Yeah. They hate when you elevate. Stacking up losses, I'm handing them out. Yeah, I had to go delegate. It feel like I'm floating, I'm lost in the moment. I swear I could levitate. They never believed that I would really fly. I had to go demonstrate. I had to set them straight. They hate when you elevate. Elevate, elevate. They hate when you elevate. Elevate, elevate. Yeah, they hate when you elevate. Elevate, elevate. They hate when you elevate. I had to elevate. Wait, yo, way too fly. Yeah, I'm feeling myself. Ain't no chance I'm coming down, no. Got a soul view to myself, yeah. Why would I give it up? Why do they want to come take my place? I work too hard for it, don't need a replacement. If I got roadies, all in rotation.
Salute Echo in the building. Salute, salute, salute. Salute Stop Motion MMA. What's good? What's good? What's good? Yeah, we creeping in the building. People creeping in the building. You know we got a lot to talk about. Salute to my co-host here, Ray Davis. How you doing, Ray?
I'm all right, man. I'm chilling. Kids had a big win today.
All right.
I'm proud of them. You know what I mean? It was a comeback victory. Closed it out in the last inning.
Okay.
Was proud, like I said, proud of them. Other than that,
taking instruction.
Yeah, salute to Stop Motion. Salute to Echo. You know what I mean? Smash the like button. I think we only got 2 likes in the building. Let's see. Here we go. Okay. Got 7 watching.
No doubt. Sipping on a little tea today. You know what I mean? Falling back off the keffy. You know what I mean? Sitting back off the coffee.
Coffee's good for you, man.
I know. I be drinking it all the time, though, man. Switch it up a little bit. I be drinking it all the time, bro. All the time. I figured tonight.
I don't believe that.
Well, not all the time. I drink. No, you know what? I don't do it all the time. I drink coffee like twice a day. You know what I mean? So I'm not all the time. Oh man, what a weekend we had! Turkey Al Sheik showing out this weekend with another event. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Just put on a star-studded event. It was epic. Everybody who was anybody, they would say was there. It looked like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And history was made. It was like a damn Rocky movie this weekend, man. It was like a damn Rocky movie, especially in that 9th round, right?
All 4 corners of the globe, bro.
Right. You got to give the respect to Turkey and what he's doing out there. Top Rank had a little bit of an event too afterwards, which, you know, after an event like what Turkey put Top Rank kind of in perspective, the event they put together. Mm-hmm. But regardless, the Ukrainians, right? The Ukrainians really put in the work this week. I mean, just from Lomachenko all the way into Usyk, Berichek, you know what I mean? Hood Rich. Salute, family.
Salute.
No doubt. Salute, man. Yeah, man. So, yeah, no problem, Hood Rich, for sure, bro. Say less, gang. Say less. Yeah, man. Just so much going on. I don't even know where to start. You know what I'm saying? There's so much that happened this week. I'm so excited. I know whatever topic we start to talk on, we're going to be long-winded about it. We're going to be talking about, these Eastern Euros are devastating. JR Spock, you already know it, man. Man, these Eastern Europeans and that boxing they bring into the game, most of them are coming in with a lot of amateur work, you know what I'm saying? And that's translating into the professional space in a crazy way. We're going to talk about it for sure. You got to see the thumbnail. So you already know we're going to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? You already know we're going to talk about it.
East is in the house, Clay.
When the East is in the house, oh my God. What y'all know about that? Y'all don't know about that. I know. We sounding old. Every time we talk music up in here, Ray, just telling our age, bro.
It's all right, though. It is what it is.
Yeah, man. So where do we start at, man? Do we go from the main event? Do we go to some of these fights on the card? You guys in the chat, you guys had any favorite fights on that Turkey card, on that Ring of Fire card, or you guys just was looking at the main event? There was some great fights on that card, man. That wasn't the main event, right?
It was.
You know what I mean? Some standouts like Mark Chamberlain, people who I don't know if you guys are familiar with Mark Chamberlain, but 135-pounder who's just doing the work, man. One of Turkey Al-Ashik's favorite fighters, made short work of his food. You know what I mean? Didn't play with his food. Joshua Wahab came in the ring with like 23 wins, 16 knockouts. You know what I'm saying? And this kid Mark Chamberlain's only 16 wins, 12 knockouts. Like, he's an active fight. You only saw the Fury fight, Echo? Okay. Well, this Mark Chamberlain kid is a factor in that 135-pound weight class division. A lot of pop on his punches, and really fundamentally sound. A great boxer, you know what I'm saying? A real good boxer. Yeah, Frank Sanchez fight was fun and unexpected. Yeah, Frank came in with a knee that seemed to be giving him some issues coming into the fight. So, you know, we got to give props to Ajit Caballero though for putting on the performance he did. But it did at the same time seem as if Frank was having some mobility issues. You know what I'm saying? Him moving around seemed to be a little bit, barricaded a little bit, you know what I mean? That he couldn't really move around that much, which gave Ajit clearly a lot of opportunity to capitalize off that. And he did that, as he should have done it. You know, if you come inside of the ring, you're coming in ready. You know what I mean? You're saying that you're ready to go. So no excuses. And, you know, credit to Frank Sanchez. Didn't make any excuses about that. You know what I mean? Kept it 100. Like, hey, man, congratulations to you, man. You were the better man tonight. Yeah, JR Chamberlain is nasty. Definitely nasty. Definitely nasty, man. I'd like to see him cross over into the States. I'd like to see him come over and cross over into the States and fight some real competition. I think he's on that level to do something like that. So we'll see what Turkey and what Frank Warren and those guys, or I don't know if he's with Frank or with Eddie Hearns. I think he was Frank. We'll see what they got planned for him and how they plan on developing him into whoever he's going to be. But moving on to, and don't forget about Jai Opetaia. Did you get a chance to catch Jai fighting?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yeah. Jai Opetaia, wasn't his best performance, but still was able to get the win out. All boxers should act like that after a loss. 100% Echo. 100% Echo. I think that was something else that I really loved about this event. It was big. It was a good fight between Fury and Usyk, but also the sportsmanship at the end of it was just like the way I like to see it. You know what I mean? Shout out Knockout Boxing 86. Wake your boy up when he fight on American, fighting American, Abdullah, Kisham, or Otala and Tiger. I think they're all better prospects than him. Oh yeah, you talk Knockout Boxing. You talking about Mark Chamberlain? Is that what you talking about? I think that's what he's talking about. If you're talking about him, I agree with you. Knockout Boxing. I don't know if he's going to come over here and dominate or do anything like that, but I think he's a great dance partner for any of those guys, right? Yeah, for sure, Knockout. I think he's a great dance partner for any of those guys. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what's good about him. You know, when I look at these fighters, I don't necessarily always look at him like, oh, he's going to dominate. He's the next guy to look at. I try to match him up with other fighters. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what? I'd like to see him against this fighter or that fighter. And I think I'd like to see him against all those guys on that list that you just mentioned, from Abdul all the way down to Tiger. I'd like to see him against those guys. That's all it is. You know what I mean? I don't think he's the next coming of Christ or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? But I like dancing part, just like with Brian Norman, right? Brian Norman's a great dance partner for Duran Buchanan. Do we think he's gonna beat Duran? I don't know about all that. I'm not finna say he's gonna beat Duran, you know what I'm saying? But I think that's a great dancing partner, you know what I mean? Those are fights that are entertaining. It's always good to have. Sometimes you just want that guy who's gonna make it exciting, making an exciting fight. Similar to what was our boy's name who fought this weekend who got beat up? Not our boy, but Cordina. And right?
Kakaki, whatever. Kachaki.
All right. Good fight.
Anthony
good dancing partner.
Kakashi.
No, I think it's Kakachi because they were rhyming it with Apache.
Yeah, Kakachi, whatever it is.
Yeah.
That was a good fight, man.
Yeah, a real good fight. Entertaining fight. And ended in a stoppage. You know what I mean? It was a good fight. It was a good fight. And then, of course, the main event, of course. But what do you think about Jai, though? Jai Opetaia, right? Did you take a lot from that fight as far as who he is now? Did he change any of his status to you? Like seeing him perform that way?
He beat dude before, right?
Right.
So you know what happens in stuff like in rematches like that is you already fought the person, you know what they bring. You're able to take more chances in situations like that. So I think he was taking the chances and they were paying off because he you know what I mean, he watched the film.
Right.
He watched, you know what I mean? Those things like that help.
Right. I agree with you. I think he got comfortable. He had a lot of success in the first half to the middle. You know what I mean? Even to the middle, the beginning second half, he was finding success and you know, ultimately ended up getting clipped. You know what I mean? By East. That guy's actually from like, where's that guy from that he was fighting?
Who?
Marius Bridges. Where's he from again? You know? I think he's like Latavian or something like that. Like from Latavia or something like that. Is that Eastern European?
He's from Latavia. Yeah, that's over by like south of Croatia or something like that. In Romania, south of Romania.
Okay, so yeah, so those guys, man, you can never count them out the game, right? Like if they're in the game, they're heavy in the game, they're dogs in the game. And he clipped Jao Batai, I want to say like in the 10th round. You know what I mean? And had him dancing around. Really, in my opinion, arguably, you know what I'm saying, was winning from 10 to 12, won those rounds. You know what I mean? Just from clipping him like that. But did you think that was like, did you find that to be like, Jai slipping in, you know, or was that just an instance for him?
Nah, I just thought the dude Breeders was like, yo, listen, I fought you before. You know what I mean? You got me with the UD. Guess what? This time, I'm going to try to knock you out. I'm going to try to stop you. I know what you bring to the table. You know what I mean? I know how hard you hit. Let's get it on. And that's what I think happened.
Right.
It looked like it was going that way.
So he's still the number one guy in the cruiserweight division for now, as far as you're concerned. Like, he's the biggest threat to everybody, right?
He should be. I mean, he got what? This is third loss.
Jai Batai's third loss?
No. Oh, Jai? No, Jai's undefeated.
Jai's undefeated, yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about this dude, Breeders. You talking about Jai. You got to be clear. You said he.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we talking about that. Yeah, no doubt. Yo, Echo says he hadn't fought for a long time, probably needed a tune-up. You're talking about Madrid, right? Marius Bredris, whatever his name is, Bredis. That's probably a better way to pronounce it. I heard he was sitting. I mean, pretty much his last fight was against Jai, and Jai fought in between that time. So he probably, Bredis, exactly, Echo. Yeah. I mean, he seems like he's about to be on his way out the door. Looked like he just wanted that fight. Wanted another opportunity to become a champion. We'll see if he fights maybe one more time. He's like late 30s, like 37, 38?
31. I'm sorry. Excuse me. 39.
39, yeah. So he's late, close to 40. So he looks like he's probably about done, put his last big effort in. Yeah, 39 years, right, Echo, for sure. JR Spock says, I think Obatai is going up to heavyweight sooner than later. Oh, for sure. I could see that happening. If he doesn't really have a real opportunity at unifying and becoming undisputed cruiserweight, most of those guys sit at cruiserweight trying to get themselves ready to be a heavyweight fighter. Wouldn't you agree?
Right. Agreed.
Right. They don't really try to hang out too long.
Yeah, you got a few people that's looking to move up anyway, so even this cat might move up. Money's there. You know what I mean?
Right.
He may not retire. He might just wanted to take this last fight, see how he can do it, and then he move up.
Right. Did you get a chance to see that young bull, Moses, what's his name? Moses Atuma? Yeah, Moses Atuma. Young bull.
I think that's when I got home or got where I was going at the time.
Yeah. He made short work of his guy. He put him out in the second round. Real heavy puncher. You know what I mean? Real heavy puncher. Getting right to it. You know, that's the kind of guy. I don't know if I'm going to start putting any type of expectations for him to be like some sort of champion or anything like you know, dominating, but dancing partner once again. You know what I mean? Heavy puncher. Love to see him against a Jared Anderson or, you know what I mean, even a Deontay Wilder or, you know, certain fights I'd like to see him. I think he does get dominated though when he jumps in there against the Ergoviches and the Anthony Joshuas and the obviously Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk. I don't see him being competitive up there. But regardless, a lot of good fights can be made in the heavyweight division with him. But let's get into it, bro. Let's not waste any time, right? Let's get into what everybody wants to hear about.
Right.
The Tyson Fury. I was kind of waiting to see some people would top up in the chat. But Tyson Fury, bro. Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk, man. Let me ask you a question, Ray. Going into this fight, I know that you were probably leaning towards Tyson Fury just like I was. I think I had like a last minute change of heart when I saw and I'll get into that as far as when they weighed in. I did have like a last minute change of heart right there.
Right.
Salute Jonathan 97. But ultimately, going into this fight, did you consider it a close fight? Were you getting ready to see a close fight between two
Yeah,
of the best?
I think I called it as that. I literally called it as that. So it can go either way. I think we was on Marco channel, and I literally said it can go either way. And then he asked us, what is the chances that because we and him felt the same way. Like Usyk's gonna win 12 rounds, possibly split decision, maybe UD. And then I said, "What's up, Jonathan 97? Peace." I was like, he asked me about Usyk. What does he have to do to win and stuff like that? And I was like, well, Usyk's only shot is literally just getting inside and taking advantage of the weight loss, going to the body, see where he stands, and then decapitating him on top. Right. Literally was stated by me. And Usyk came out. He went to the body. Later in the fight, went to the body, and then he started going up to the top. And once he got comfortable and found the rhythm of Tyson Fury, who was doing a lot of feints. I think you were calling the feints. They said he's gonna feint Usyk to death. Right. Usyk better be ready for him, right? That was your quote. And he literally started timing on his feints. And when he started pulling out his jab, and that's when Usyk caught him. You know what I mean? He hit him with a counter. And that was the first end of it.
Right.
I think Marco even broke it down.
Right. Going into the fight, I knew there was going to be some boxes that were going to be needed to be checked on both fighters to give them that advantage they needed to win the fight, right? And for me, Tyson Fury's size, I was like, he's going to have to utilize that and use that as a weapon, not leave that at home. Come in and be the bigger guy, the longer arms, a taller guy. You know what I'm saying? Use that. Force Usyk to jump in and make adjustments and force him to figure a way out to get past that jab. And but at the same time, I understood that the size was going to be there. That was going to be an issue. So when I heard that he was in the shape like he was and he was cutting all that weight, I questioned that. I said, all right, well, I want to see how strong, just like you said earlier, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to see how strong that was going to leave his body, the integrity of his chin, the integrity of his body. Like that size was a big factor in what made him the dominant force that he was when he came back, right? When he came back and fought Deontay, it was like his size leaning on Deontay. You know what I'm saying? Even when he fought Derek Chisora, when he fought Dillian White, when he fought Adewale, you know what I'm saying? He used his size, you know what I'm saying? And he, in those feints, right? That in my opinion, after watching this fight, and we'll get into that, I think he was using a lot of that to compensate for his shortcomings as far as people thought I thought he had a lot in his gas tank. You know what I'm saying? I thought he was a dude who was really in shape. And I still think he's in shape, but I'll say that Usyk tested that theory a little bit more than any of the other fighters who fought him this year tested it, right? Like really pushed him. And I think it got to the point to where his arms, salute frequent, I think it came to a point where his arms were getting a little tired on him. I think, physically he was starting to feel a little fatigued. Not necessarily like cardio, like you couldn't breathe, but, he's a big guy, man. Carrying that weight around that ring and having to move around like that after a while, it's got to make your arms a little tired, your legs a little tired, you know what I'm saying? Just having to hold it together. And I was wondering how that was going to be. And also a factor that I was concerned about was Usyk. Was he going to, and honestly for both gentlemen, right? But more so for Usyk, was he going to change who he was? Was he going to try to become bigger? You remember how Deontay tried to adjust to him in the second fight and came in all huge and try to be just as big as Tyson Fury, and really just gave up all his advantages, all his athleticism, all his abilities that he brought to the ring. He kind of left to the background because he was so concerned about Tyson Fury being a big presence that was going to be leaning on him and making it hard for him to carry him. So when I heard the rumors of Usyk carrying that weight, saying that he was going to go up to like 240, I was expecting him to come in like 240. I didn't like that. I'm not going to lie to you. You know me, I love to quote that Tyson quote, you know what I mean? Make sure you leave with who brought you to the dance, right? Who brought you to the party. And I felt like Usyk's athleticism and him being in shape in comparison to these heavyweights was what he brought to the table, right? Like, this is the difference between me and you guys, my IQ, and the fact that, I'm really in great shape. A lot of you guys are really big, hard punchers, but really can't keep up with my athleticism, my ability to move around. So those were the key points that I felt like I wanted to see what was going to happen when these guys adjusted, who was going to stay true to who they were. And also for Tyson Fury, I got to say that I was saying to myself, who's going to come into the ring that night? Is it going to be pre-Sugar Hill or post-Sugar Hill? You know what I'm saying, right? Like, were you going to come in with that guy who fought Vladimir? Were we going to watch a Vladimir Klitschko, Tyson Fury, or were we going to watch a Deontay Wilder? You know what I'm saying? Tyson Fury. Who was coming to the ring? And I thought that made the biggest difference. Deontay Wilder seemed to be his leverage, that Deontay Wilder version of him. And it seemed like if he went back to the Vladimir Klitschko game, that to me, he was giving Usyk a better chance at winning the fight, because that's what Usyk does, right? Like, he's a great boxer. So we were going to see what these guys thought of themselves, how confident they were in themselves about what they brought to the table. If I would have saw Usyk come in being different, I'd have been like, he's not really confident in who he is against Tyson Fury. And I think that's what we saw in Tyson Fury, right? But at the same time, Tyson Fury was the Vladimir Klitschko Tyson Fury more than he was the Deontay. Like, the Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury was the new Tyson Fury. So it's kind of like up in the air. Like, was he being true to himself or wasn't he being true to himself? He came in the ring and became true to himself.
Got to reach in the chat. What up, Teach? Yeah, we got to reach there. We was just talking about that too. We'll get there though.
Oh yeah. We definitely got to get into that conversation for sure. Right. I think Tyson would have a better strategy with Ben Davidson. I mean, I think the way that JR, I'm really happy you're bringing that up, because the way Tyson Fury boxed, to me, was more of a Ben Davidson approach. And my question is, does Sugar Hill even train like that? Sugar Hill, it doesn't train like that, right? Sugar Hill it teaches you to stay behind that jab, but ultimately Sugar Hill is teaching you how to get these dudes out of here. You know what I'm saying? And it seemed like the way Tyson Fury was fighting, and there was also a lot of like confusion going on in Tyson Fury's corner, it looked like at points, right? Between his father, you know what I'm saying, with Big Fury, John Fury in the corner, and then you had Sugar Hill in the corner, and you had Andy Lee in the corner. And it seemed like there was a lot of commotion going on, and very rarely were you hearing them saying the same thing. Like John Fury screaming one thing to Tyson Fury, you know what I mean? Sugar Hill trying to get his 2 cents in there, and Andy Lee just kind of like got in where he fit in. So it seemed there was a lot of clash of trainer styles going on in that corner, right? And you hear a lot of people complaining about John Fury, about how he was during the build-up to this fight, through the grand revivals, headbutting the young bull. You know what I'm saying? During that, and he was just really being a presence in there and just kind of like being in the way a little bit. Did that distract Fury a little bit? Did that put unnecessary pressure on Fury to perform in a certain way or whatever have you? Nope. You know? Yeah, you know what I mean? So, I mean, no excuses, but just saying there was a lot of these different moving pieces and variables involved in the Fury camp. Whereas with Usyk, it seemed really like everybody was on the same page, like seek, destroy. Usyk made it clear, I'm going to be in your face all night. I think Usyk planned on testing Tyson Fury's, conditioning. Like, I'm going to test that conditioning. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be in your face. I'm going to take chances. And you're going to have to put me away. I'll be ready to die that night if that's what it has to be. If you're going to knock me out, you might get an opportunity, because I'm not letting off the gas. I'm not going to let you sit here and feint me into a position to where you get to sit in the corner, rest, do this thing with your head, move your head around like that. Nah, bro, you're going to move the hell up out that corner. You're going to go that way. You're going to go this way. You're going to go forward. You're going to go backward. You're going to work all night, bro. We're going to see in those last championship rounds between like 7 and 12, 8 and 12, we're going to see who you really are. You're going to show the world tonight. You're going to show the world that you that guy. Everybody, you're going to show them tonight. We're not just going to assume that. You're going to show the world tonight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what happened. I mean, it's very much to say that, Usyk came into that fight ready. More so. I mean, to your question earlier, no, I don't think Tyson Fury was, as much as corner, whatever. It's not his first time in the dance. You know what I mean? I don't think there was no pressure on him. He's been there before. Right. I think it was just more so him being out the ring for so long, coming back, trying to lose the weight. Probably took off more than he can chew, and not being able to capitalize on moments that he had. Remember, he had a huge uppercut in the 7th.
Right.
He didn't capitalize on that. He literally kept jabbing. But, like, bro, you had this dude hurt. You could have went in there. He had another moment where you hurt him to the body right before that. He didn't go in there and try to attack him. He just kept, just kept trying to win, and he starts showboating and putting his hands up like he's the man and this and that. And I think, you know what I mean, that was disrespectful. I think Usyk took that some type of way, collected himself, timed him out, figured that he ain't fighting a while, waited on him to show some exhaustion or some slowdown, and he took advantage of it. At the end of the day, that's what we got. We got a UD now. I mean, I'm sorry, we got a split, and I thought it was definitely Usyk won. I definitely thought Usyk won the fight at this point after rewatching it, but it was close. It's a close fight.
Yeah, definitely a close fight. In many ways it was close, and in some ways it wasn't, right? Like, it was definitely a close fight. I feel like it was a close fight, but I feel like in some ways it wasn't, just on the strength of it seemed like Usyk was always the predator in the ring. You know what I mean? Salute, all things.
All things in the building.
For sure. Salute, man. Yeah, smash the like button for sure, man. There were points, it just seemed like Usyk, and that's where, like, I think it was Teach who said it. Yeah, Teach said that he thought he had to fight at 7-5 for Usyk or a draw, but he felt like the majority saw it as an 8-4 for Usyk. And I think that 8-4 that we're talking about right there is the fact that Usyk always had that predator energy about him, where he was searching and looking for Tyson Fury the whole fight. Tyson looked like he was on his bicycle a lot more. Looked like he was always getting stalked. And it was interesting. I think somebody also said in the chat that they were shocked that Tyson Fury fought off the back foot so much, that he didn't apply the pressure, that he wasn't searching and destroying. Some people might even say that Tyson Fury showed a little too much respect in the ring with Usyk, right? Showed a little too much respect in the ring. And maybe he just understood. Maybe, like I said to you guys, we were going to find out who was really confident who they were in that ring that night, right? And Tyson Fury looked like he kind of bowed down a little bit, like he acknowledged Usyk's level of pedigree, that he was a higher pedigree of fighter than he was, you know what I mean? And he didn't want to get caught with nothing like what he got caught with in the 9th round, so he fought a little bit more reserved than people expected him to. I think him losing that weight, coming down to 262, showed the respect he had for Usyk, right? Now, I don't think him coming into the ring out of shape is what he should have done, but he might have cut a little too much. You know what I'm saying?
Not to mention him not even being prepared for the fight in March.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That right there shows you something else. You know what I mean? Like, he was not ready for this guy. And he clearly needed to be his best, and he needed the extra time to do it.
Right. I agree 100%, man. Black Truth, Gennaro, salute to you, brother. He said
Tanjiro. It's an anime character.
Black Truth Tanjiro, my apologies. He said Usyk wanted it more. Tyson been about the money. That's another factor in it as well. Those middle rounds, though, Fury was looking dominant. Yeah, I think once those middle rounds were built around the fact that Usyk did get hurt. I think he did get hurt, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So in those middle rounds, and on top of that, though, he didn't take advantage of those middle rounds the way I thought he should have taken it. Right? Shout out to T. Orlando Pearson in the building. Shout out, man. Great to have you in the building.
Council.
I don't think that Fury bit took his moment the way he should have taken it in those middle rounds, because he did have. And that's another thing that made it a Rocky movie, because both these guys were hurt in this fight. You know what I'm saying? Both these guys had their moments when they were hurt, but like who is it? Black Truth, Tanjiro, right?
Tanjiro.
Tanjiro. I don't know. I watch cartoons, bro. I'm a grown ass man. I don't know.
Listen,
I watch cartoons.
Not cartoons, bro. They didn't tell you that. No, I'm just messing.
No, but listen. When he's talking about Usyk wanted it more, that's what the difference made, right? When Usyk got hurt, he sat down in his corner. He kissed his cross, even though some people are trying to say he took some inhaler or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But he kissed the cross. He got his mind right, and he said, I'm willing to die, man. You know what I mean? He really wanted this more than anything. You know what I'm saying? He wanted it more than anything. Shout out to Ring Rivals in the building. You know what I'm saying? He wanted it more than anything. And Tyson Fury was driven by money when it came down to it, rather than risking himself, especially after he got clipped in that 9th round. And that's probably why he got clipped in that 9th round, was because of his reservation, the way he was backing out with his head straight up and things of that nature. And Usyk not biting onto those feints kept his position, right? He never gave up position in the fight. He stayed in a spot to where he could counter, where he could take advantages of opportunities when they came up. He was able to take advantage of them because he didn't, you know what I mean? He didn't bite on these feints. He didn't stay away more than he was supposed to stay away. You know what I mean?
Oh, you right.
So I thought that was Claymore. We're gonna give you a pass on that cartoon comment. Look at a few animes, bro. It's beyond solid. No, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I be watching animes, man. I ain't mean to insult the animes.
Yeah, you hurt my feelings, bro. I'm about to tell Naruto on you. I'm
just saying I was in the crosshairs of you anime guys attacking me because I couldn't say the guy's name right. So I threw
my son watches Demon Slayer, not me. I actually watched it with him, but you know what I mean? It's pretty dope.
Right. So a straight shot flew out, bang, you know what I'm saying, in the air, but no, you know what I mean? All
Strays at Tanjiro, bro. That's true. Let them know.
For sure. X-Men 97, good. He said X-Men 97, good. Okay,
yo, that was what they threw that back though. That was a throwback, right? Wasn't that the throwback for us to Orlando? What was the dude name that came from the future? Look like you a little bit, Clay.
Came from the future. I don't know. How you look like me? You had black guys back then?
Oh.
When Usyk did fight, Jared
you heard what he just said? Yeah, they did actually though.
It's a new one on Disney Plus. Oh, really? Okay.
Look, see, we learning about it.
Right.
Look, we about to turn it up right now, Clay. Don't do it. Don't open this. Don't open Pandora's box. It's going to turn up in here.
I know about Bishop.
Turn up. It's going to turn up. Look, Bishop. Yep, that's his name. Yep. See, Bishop. Yo, that's Clay, bro.
What's up with Ryan? Dropped today? What do you mean? Elaborate. What do you mean dropped today? Are you talking about his PED test? That's tomorrow. I don't know if that's what you're talking about.
He probably got something, maybe new music.
Or did something else drop today?
Who knows that guy?
But JR said when Usyk did bite, he rolled out to the side and immediately was back in the range. 100%, JR. 100%. Usyk's team had a winning game plan, and I think there's a difference here, right? Usyk's team had a winning game plan. Tyson Fury had more of a protect what they almost went into the ring acting as if they were the champions. Like, you're going to have to take it from us. Right. And Usyk was like, you're damn right. I'm coming to take it from you. That's damn right what I'm coming to do. He understood the assignment. And, yeah, man, it just seemed like Tyson Fury's game plan just wasn't made to beat Usyk. You know, he had to beat Usyk. You had to attack him and dominate him, and I thought he'd have done way better fighting off the front foot than off that back foot. You know what I mean? But I understand where he's coming from, being that he's tall, he has that long arm, that reach. He wanted to stay behind the jab. He wanted to keep Usyk on the outside, and he was hoping to walk Usyk into some problems, which he did. He walked him into a couple uppercuts. You know what I'm saying? Put him into some situations, but ultimately it just wasn't enough at the end of the day, right? It just wasn't enough. Fury had trouble with Usyk's lefty pace and rhythm. 100%, J Pitt. That's a fact. That is a big fact, man. So, you know, but a great fight. History was made. History was fucking made. Let me ask you guys a question. Do you guys feel like the referee did his job properly in that 9th round, or do you think they should have allowed?
Yeah, it was fine.
It was fine, right?
Yeah, he was fine. It was. Listen, doesn't matter if he was wobbled. Like his conscience was there. He wasn't out on his feet. He was still moving. He was still like, even though he wasn't really throwing punches, he was still like being defensive. He was still like pushing them back.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It wasn't like he was just sitting there. He was like, you know what I mean, like out and just staying there. He was literally still active. He just didn't lost his legs.
Right. Yeah, T. Orlando, that standing 8 count. Do you think that was, you know what I mean? Do you think, first of all, if I would have been Usyk, I ain't gonna lie, man, I probably would have stuck him. Pause. You know what I'm saying? I'd have caught him with one last shot right there because the ref didn't put his hands on him. You know what I'm saying? The ref didn't put his hands on him, and he just said stop. He yelled at stop. Yeah, I ain't got to hear that stop. There's a lot of noise in that damn building, bro. He could have got, you know what I mean?
That's because he was across the bro. He hit him across the ring. Of course, he's gonna just get in the middle and say stop. He was like, he hit him literally from one corner to another corner, down the side. It was like a corner pocket shot, like pool and billiards. Bop.
Yeah. Yeah. T. Orlando said, "Is that legal?" What's illegal? The shot I'm talking about, or you talking about the standing 8?
Yeah, because he felt the rope stopped him from falling on the mat.
Right, 100%. I think the ref did it. Yeah. J Pitt City saying it was fine. I originally said it should have been stopped. Dude bounced off the ropes twice like he was in a WWE ring. 100%. I have no problem. I have no problem with the thought there was no standing 8. No, it wasn't a standing 8, T Orlando. It was actually a knockdown. It was a knockdown. It was a 10 count. They considered, because the rope helped him stand up, so they considered it a knockdown. That's why they gave him a 10 count. But at the end of the day, you know, no fault to the referee. The referee did his job. You know what I'm saying? And he saw what he saw. I saw what he saw too. You know what I mean? He was actually pretty quick, but I think Usyk could have slid in one more left hand. I think he could have touched him one time. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of like that could have been the one that did it to him. He could have put him down in a more compromising way. You know what I mean? He didn't go down though. That's not allowed. T Orlando, he hit the ropes though. He would have went down if the ropes stop him from falling down. It's a knockdown. The ropes can't hold you up, so that's what made it a knockdown. You know what I'm saying? So that's how that worked out. It's an undisputed fight, so it was fine, to be honest. 100%, Teach. I agree with you 100%. That's a fact. You know what I mean? It was cool, bro. It was a good fight, man. And Alexander Usyk showed that heart that he showed before with the Anthony Joshua fight and other fights. He's been hurt before. You know what I mean? But he's shown that he has a second gear, right? Totally disagree. I hear you, T. Orlando. He has a second gear. You know what I'm saying? He has a second gear. He says, I need to see that rule. Okay. What about the rope holding him up, being a knockdown?
Rope can't hold up any fighter.
Right. If the rope is holding you up, especially after you get hit like that, it's a knockdown. The rope can't hold you up. You just can't do it. From my understanding, but you might be ruled. You know, you might be right. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You might be right, Orlando. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? I don't really like to challenge the paperwork with you guys. You guys usually on point with that shit. So look it up and let me know when you find out what that answer is. J.R. Spock says the best part of this fight was the fact it was literally the two best fighters versus each other, undisputed, with all contenders falling bodies too. 100%. You know, J.R. Spock, I'm gonna tell you what the best part of this event was. It was an example, and that's why you got to shout out to Turkey Al-Sheikh, while we'll continue to campaign as the face of boxing. You know what I mean? This is how you want to lose, man. You want to lose to the best. You don't want to lose cherry picking. You know what I mean? You don't want to be cherry picking and find some guy who wasn't supposed to beat you that beat you. That's when it looks bad. But when you lose against the other best guy, it's not a bad loss. It's like history's made. Like, we understand. Matter of fact, you know, there's a rematch probably going to come up out of this, right? It was that close of a fight. They're probably going to fight again in October, and people are going to be looking to see them fight even more than they did the first fight. And it's probably going to motivate Tyson Fury to be even more ready and take this fight more seriously beyond the money, right? This is probably what Tyson Fury needed to shake off that money hungry, you know what I mean, motivation that he brought into the ring, where it's like, nah, bro, this dude beat me. You know what I'm saying? He almost knocked me out. I'm not letting this slide. I'm jumping right back in the game. And J Pitt City says the IBF was in the shadows doing the Birdman hand run. 100% J Pitt. But I think going into this fight, we all knew that. I wasn't shocked at that. I mean, I was kind of shocked how fast they did it, but I knew that that IBF was going to get stripped more than likely. That's why even when they put the Ergovich fight up with Daniel Dubois, I kind of knew that title was good. Did you know that, Ray? Like, you kind of figured that, right? Like,
you're right.
Right? Like, you kind of saw that coming, right?
Yeah, no, it's going to happen. They're going to move it a different direction because they really want that Fury Anthony Joshua fight. You know what I mean?
Right.
They really want that fight, just like everybody wants that Wilder and AJ fight. Like, everybody wants that. I would like to see Wilder versus Usyk.
Right.
I mean, does it happen? It could, but we'll see.
You never know. You never know. I think that right now,
Turkey Sheik is having a. He looked like he having like a round robin of heavyweights, bro. At the end of the day, he looked like he just giving everybody a shot to fight. Everybody a chance to get a shot. I mean, regardless of record, regardless of what's this, what's that, he just look like he doing his thing, bro.
100%.
And
100%.
shout out to Frequent Flyer or Flyer Frequency earlier. I didn't get to shout him out because you was talking. I was letting you get your talks on. So, you know what I mean? I didn't want to interrupt, but shout out.
For sure. Shout out Frequent. Definitely shouted him out when I seen him earlier. Wilder fumbled the bag. Yeah, man. When he lost that fight against Joseph Parker, he put himself in a complicated situation. That's for sure.
He did Flyer Frequency. I don't know why you did that, but I keep saying
You make it point right at me. Yeah, go ahead. Look, I was just talking about.
No, I was just saying shout out to Flyer Frequency, but he's right. He said Danny Jabaz actually beat Usyk, in my opinion. But you know what? We can go down a list of who actually won fights. It's at the end of the day, it's who what the results say at the end of the fight. So they're going to do what they do, and they're going to have it the way they have it. Spilt milk or not, still spoiled. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's the way the ball bounces. But at the end of the day, Usyk beat the shit out of Dubois after that, even though he didn't get the, even though I agree with you. I don't think the blow was low, but the referee saw it the way they saw it. But ultimately, though, I still give Usyk his props because he beat the shit out of him. After that, after he recovered from that, came back, he beat the crap out of that boy. He made that boy go no mas. You know what I mean? On a knee from a jab to his eye, like broke his orbital socket or something. I don't know what he did to him, but you know what I mean? Usyk gets that win all day. I think he took it. It's not like he took it in some close decision and it was like if they would have counted that knockdown or if there'd have been a knockout. No, right. he beat that boy thoroughly after that. You know what I mean? Right. Now, let me ask you a question now. I think that them taking that, first of all, them taking the IBF belt, how do you feel about that so quickly? They did it with Terrence Crawford, not as quickly as they're doing this one. They're also, the IBF is also enforcing a mandatory with Canelo, right? Like they're trying to put Canelo and Crawford together. Turkey's trying to do it, and they're like, and IBF's like, nah, bro, he gotta go ahead and fight that mandatory on that IBF, or we're gonna take that belt away from him. So, what do you think about how the IBF is moving with that situation?
Well, I like what they're doing, but I think they should wait on some of these champions based on how the structures are about to work. Because like these unification fights should be dealt with differently when it comes to or rematches of unifications or undisputed fights. It should be looked at differently and ruled differently. Now, I get it. Earl's time went through with Crawford, and now Usyk's time is going through because he unified. Those are just whack moves. But at the end of the day, I get it. If you're going to do it to one, do it to all. Seems like they're not playing any games and they're trying to set the standard. But why so soon? Why haven't you stripped Canelo yet? Is the question that people are going to have because it's been so long. Why is everybody getting their belt stripped right away and Canelo still got his belt? That's going to be the question.
Right. I agree with you. And I think we know the answer to it, but they always try to play like, something else. But we know what the answer is.
Must be the money.
It's always the money. Follow the money, you know what I mean? And the money going to let you know exactly what I'm saying, what the problem is. It'll lead you right to it every time, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, they're taking that belt. Looks like he has until, well, look, he's not fighting. He's not defending the IBF belt. So he's getting stripped. You know what I'm saying? Right. He's going home to go hang out with his family. He's going home to go kick it with his kids. He got a newborn daughter that, you know what I mean, he hasn't got to spend the proper time with. He talked about it in the post-conference, so, the sacrifices he made to be in this fight at this point, over 9 months of training, when you combine the time that Fury actually got the cut on his eye and they had to push it out. He ain't defending no damn IBF title. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to strip that from him. We're going to see Ergovich and Danny Dubois fight for it. And ultimately, it looks like Anthony Joshua has his eyes set on fighting the winner of that fight, right? Is that pretty much where we're at? Right. So the big plan is for Anthony to go ahead and take that IBF belt off, whether it's Ergovich or whether it's Danny Dubois, and then for him to probably be looking to fight the winner between the rematch of Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk, right?
Right. Now, we had a question. Maybe the chat can answer this. We were actually discussing this. Remember we talked about the timeline of Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, and Deontay Wilder, all being champions at the same time or in that same era. How was that possible when none of them lost to each other? That was weird, right? Remember that? Because Anthony Joshua needed one belt to become undisputed. Fury had all the belts when he fought
Vladimir.
no, homie, Wilder, right? Wasn't that for three
No,
belts? That was for three
no,
belts, right?
no. Fury didn't have no belts when he fought against Wilder.
Okay, so he dropped the belts at that time.
He had dropped it before he went through that hiatus, that retirement
Okay, so then he
hiatus.
took the WBC and became WBC champ, and he was just a lineal. Cool. Still in all, it's crazy because I'm trying to figure out how all these belts. Did they strip them? No, they couldn't strip because they both beat the Klitschko for the belts. Bro, this is some crazy shit.
Yeah, basically Anthony Joshua beat Vladimir Klitschko for them belts. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Oh well, no, he beat him for 2 of those belts, and then Anthony went and got the rest of them. That's why you gotta give Anthony Joshua his props. You know, I mean, no, one of those belts, right? One of those belts, because he beat Joseph Parker for one, right? He beat Joseph Parker for a belt as well. He beat Povetkin for another one, right?
Okay.
He went and collected those belts one by one, bro. He was collecting one by one and saving Deontay Wilder for the last fight. You know what I mean? And we saw how that went.
Was
he
really saving them for the last fight?
I'm gonna tell you the truth. Ooh, excuse me. I don't think Anthony Joshua's scared of nobody, bro. I know people want to push that narrative that he's scared of fighting Deontay and all that. I don't see that. I don't think that's what it is.
Listen, always been a fan, bro. Always been a fan.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I think it's business at the end of the day. It's money. It's practical thinking. It's, you know what I mean? It's, look, bro, it's the same way Errol Spence approached Terrence Crawford. I don't think Errol was scared of Terrence. You know what I'm saying? It was just, nah, bro, I'm going to take these. You know what I mean? I'm going to get these belts on my side. I'm going to grab you, do what you're supposed to do on your side. I'm going to grab these belts. And when I'm done with these belts, then I'm going to come holler at you. You know what I mean?
Right.
Now, if you want to take that as I'm scared of you or whatever have you, or you know what I mean? And then when I lost the belts, it wasn't about fighting you no more. It was about getting my belts back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, you need to fight me. Remember, we supposed to fight. Yeah, bro. But, you know, Anthony Joshua's always made it clear, like, bro, the titles is what drive me. That's what motivates me. Is making history. He's becoming undisputed. So that's always going to hold weight over fighting you. You're not my biggest accomplishment. You're not going to be my biggest accomplishment. Becoming undisputed is my biggest accomplishment. Right, Echo? Yeah, Echo said I agree. Thank you, Echo. You know what I mean? So people paint this narrative like, you know, Anthony Joshua's scared of Deontay Wilder. I don't know if I agree with that, man. You know what I'm saying? I think at the end of the day, just business. He has a good manager in Eddie Hearns that he believes in how Eddie Hearns looks and stuff. Now, if you guys want to say maybe Eddie Hearns is scared of Deontay for Anthony Joshua, I don't know. You know what I mean? That's a whole nother conversation. A lot of times we know how these, you know, look at Tank Davis. You know what I mean? I don't think he was scared to fight nobody. I think the people around him, his handlers at the time, may have been, though, right?
I mean, since you brought that up, according to Keyshawn Davis,
that's a whole nother conversation. We could, I mean, that's a segue.
I'm just saying, I'm not saying it. According to Keyshawn Davis, it makes a lot of sense, but I don't agree with it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
One, I don't think Frank is a cherry pick, but I also understand that it came out of Tank's mouth, so we can't dispute that Tank didn't say that, right? Tank himself said it, quote unquote, Keyshawn Davis. Tank said it. I mean, I don't know if you would.
No, I didn't see what Tank said.
But it was crazy because people, it's crazy.
Yeah, Jay Pitt said AJ cherry picked Ruiz. I don't think he cherry picked Ruiz. If anything, I would have said he cherry picked Jarrell. If anything, I would have said, I would have said Jarrell Miller. If anything, was a cherry pick, maybe not Andy. Andy was just a last minute replacement, so he just kind of took him, like, you know what I mean.
He was ranked too. He was just like somebody that substituted.
Right, and he had just beaten Joseph Parker, right? So he was you know what I mean, he was tried true, and you know we know Andy Ruiz is the truth. I don't say he cherry picked Ruiz, but I will say that you know, when you're coming over to the United States to make your first big fight, and you know, you might pick a tune-up before you get with Deontay. I don't know. It's possible.
JR's Pac, but I can't mess with him.
No,
we don't want that trouble, bro. We don't want that trouble. I was just laughing at what Keyshawn said. I sent it to Clay because Keyshawn crazy too.
Yeah, you said don't get me started on Tank. Listen, man, I don't think Tank is scared of nobody. You know what I mean? I don't co-sign or subscribe to that, but I do believe that people he had around him at one point in time may have had his better interest in hand when they didn't put him against certain fighters or allow him to get in the ring with certain fighters. And they, I think that those politics showed its face in one way or the other. So now that and look at how he's acting right now, that he's really the boss of his own show and moving to the beat of his own drum. He's really calling out all the guys now. He wants all the guys now. He wants Loma, he wants Shakur, you know what I'm saying? Looks like he wants Devin too at some point, and a bunch of other fights. So it just shows you how much control, how much the handlers were really influencing his career and not really him, because he's never really been scared of any of the smoke in the game. T Orlando cut quiz and cheese whiz comes out. Cut quiz and cheese whiz comes out. What does that mean, Ray? You know how them things work. What does that mean?
Cut quiz and cheese whiz comes out.
Yeah. Okay, that part.
That's what I got from it. I think he's trying to say somebody shitting at the same time they spitting. I don't know. That's weird.
Yeah.
Core bum. Oh. Okay. You call them skinny jeans. Why did you call them skinny jeans?
Ruiz.
Ruiz.
Cut Ruiz and cheese whiz comes out. Okay. Trying to say you're a fat boy. I got you. Creole to Travel says Dev is scary. I don't know. Is he? I don't know. Is he scary? Why? Because he doesn't want to rematch Ryan? Ooh, Bob, you're on today. I'm on it. Let's see here. J.R. Spock said Tank is not scared, but he's been managed in a way that is frustrating for us hardcores. I agree with you 100%, JR. That's all it is. He's not scared, but the way he was managed. But look, we got to give respect to the way he was managed, right? Because the way he was managed put him in the space that he's in right now. You know what I mean? Right. The face of boxing position, you know what I'm saying? Be able to call his own shots. You know what I mean? Giving opportunities to other fighters and make it, when fighters fight him, they make their biggest paydays. The star that Tank Davis is because of that sound management. Got to give him his props. When you look back at it, hindsight is always 20/20, right? So when you look back at it, you got to be like, you know what? They worked him in the right way. You know what I mean? Now he's calling the shots, fighting on his own accord. Everybody got to come to the Tank show to get their biggest payday. So shout out to his management. But now he's there. He's the face of boxing. He has the leverage. I'm glad to see him looking like on a service level that he's moving in the direction that he's moving into. You know what I'm saying? So let's see here. J Pit City, we need Loma versus Tank if he wins, and Shakur versus Loma light. LOL. Loma elite. Oh, you're talking about Berichek? Berichek. Yeah, Berichek. Yeah, I hear you, bro. Listen, man. In that combination of fighters right there, who do you think Loma wants to fight between Tank and Shakur first? I think he wants them both, but who do you think he really wants to get at first if he has an option?
Tank.
And knowing who he is. And it's not because of the money, right?
Tank.
Loma's not really driven by the money like that.
Tank's been wanting to fight Loma since Loma's been wanting to fight Tank since 126.
So why do you think he wants to fight Tank so bad?
Honestly, one, I think his career's almost up. He's been fighting a long time, and I think him wanting to fight Tank is more of it's a name. Loma's never shied away from the big names, you know what I mean, or the big fights. So I think to him that's the bigger fight. I think he fought. He could have fought Shakur any time. It was a given moment. I don't know if he had opportunities to fight Tank, you know what I mean, being that, it was just not given to him. Right. He had, like I said, I think he can get Shakur anytime. Shakur is desperate. I'm not trying to be funny. Shakur is desperate for a fight. Well, the champion, you know what I mean, unified. Loma's not. He has patience. Mm. Why not go after Tank? You know what I mean? That's the harder puncher. He's a smart fighter. It'll be a chess match. It'll be a real chess match. You know what I mean? And they're both southpaw. You know what I mean? I know Shakur fights southpaw, but he's orthodox. But it gives a really good balance of fight. Like, we'll get to see something that, with the footwork versus the genius of the ring.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's a real good fight.
Yeah.
But I think he'll take either one right now.
I think he thinks
He's not
Tank is
fighting his boy though.
who Belichick or Belichick.
He's not fighting Brenacek. No, he's not gonna fight him because I think one, they're boys, and I think if he does fight him, it's gonna be after both of them either collect the belts or there's nothing left.
Right. I think that Loma thinks Tank is the easier fight.
He might see something. He might have seen something for a long time. Remember, he's been watching for a long time.
Yeah, I think Loma sees something in that style and the way Tank. He sees something he can take advantage of. He thinks he can get outside of Tank's strengths and maybe drag Tank into some deep waters. You know what I mean? Into his pedigree. I think when he looks at Shakur, he sees a harder fight with Shakur than Tank. I think Shakur may present a harder fight for him. When you look at Shakur's, athletic ability, his ring IQ, his height, the size he brings to the ring, you know what I mean? He presents a little bit more. He presents a little bit more of obstacles and adversity than Tank does. Tank is short like him. You know what I'm saying? Tank has all these little. I don't think he sees his biggest payday, man. To Orlando, I'll be honest with you. I don't think his payday drives him the way you might think it does. I think he wants to get his money without a doubt.
That $1-2 million he gets, man, supports his whole family in Ukraine, bro.
Right.
He ain't looking for like $20 million fights. He don't need it. I mean, it'll help him. He'll retire probably. You know what I mean? But he don't need that.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I think he's looking for legacy. I think these fighters coming from Eastern European period are driven by legacy and things of that nature. Something that's just become like alien to the Western culture in boxing, the Western boxing culture. When you look in America and everybody chasing down this money, I think you got fighters out there like Usyk or Alexander who fight for honor, who fight for the history. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, prize fighter. I hear you, Tiolano. That's a fact. That definitely is a fact. Prize fighter is definitely part of it. But you got some fighters who believe that chasing legacy will eventually lead them to their biggest paydays. They don't get so caught up in the fight by fight getting money thing. They're like, look, if I'm getting titles, I'm becoming unified, I'm becoming undisputed, I'm achieving accolades, the pay will come. The pay will come. Some fighters see it that way. I think Usyk seen it that way when he fought against Tyson Fury. I heard Tyson Fury definitely got the lion's share of that bread, obviously.
Well, Creole the Traveler, from what I understand, this is Loma's last fight on Top Rank. I mean, I don't think he's going anywhere, but he has a lot of negotiation power right now.
Right.
In his last fight, they want to bring him back. If he wants that fight, they can make it happen.
100%, man. I agree with you.
He said stop. Okay. I mean, listen, it ain't my stop, bro. The bus is moving.
No, but
getting on or you getting off. Nah.
Was I don't know who said they don't get paid to Orlando. I didn't say they don't get paid. I'm sure they get paid. I don't think they're gonna fight for free. I don't think if you gave Lomachenko an opportunity to fight Tank Davis for free, he would take it. I think he'd be like, you got me effed up. You know what I'm saying? I ain't fighting for free like that. But I don't think when he's making a decision between Tank and Shakur, it's necessarily surrounding money only. You know what I mean? Money, there's clearly a payday there with Tank Davis, but I think he's also picking the competition, who he thinks he can do well against. You know what I mean? Who he thinks he can show his skills off the best with. Like I said, I just think Shakur may present more adversity for Lomachenko from Lomachenko's point of view than Shakur, than Tank does. Shakur presents more issues, more things to figure out. You know what I mean? Even the way when he fought Devin Haney, the things he dealt with Devin, you know what I mean? The long arms, the size, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure that wasn't a walk in the park for him. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't something that he looks forward to just jumping. Yeah, that's not something he's looking forward to jumping into the ring with anytime soon, unless he has to. Whereas Tank is just more on his level, more on his eye level, height-wise, arms, just size of his body, giving y'all the James Harden eye roll while walking away. No doubt to Orlando for sure, no doubt.
And I'm giving you the Michael Jordan wink.
No doubt, man. but Turkey got the 5-on-5 coming up. Let's go through this top rank. Those two fights on the top rank card. You know what I mean? As far as the Navarrete and the Dennis Baricek and the Brian Norman Jr. and the Giovanni Santillan. Now, first of all, let's go through the Emmanuel Navarrete and his Baricek fight. So we know Navarrete was coming up, right, from 130 pounds to 135 to compete, and he was getting an opportunity to get at that WBO title. That fight right there was kind of part of the reason why Shakur kind of went in that little early retirement, right? Was it that fight? Right?
Yeah.
So that was a fight that he won, and he wanted to get that WBO title, get an opportunity to be a unified champion in the division. But Baricek was the rightful guy who should have fought him. If you really look at the rankings, he was like the number one dude in the rankings for that WBO. Peace, Jose. Peace. Jose. You know what I mean? Right. So going into that fight, once again, I was kind of there. I think both of us were kind of there as far as like this Eastern European. We knew, like, look, these Eastern Europeans present issues. They don't come in to lay down. They don't come in to lose. They come in to win. They really come in to do that. And I think a lot of people were jumping into the Navarrete, like watching what he did at 130 pounds. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, he showed he lost it, though. I didn't like his last fight. He fought Kasaki.
Exactly. I was going to bring that up.
That was a draw he shouldn't have had. You know what I mean? He only hurt him once in that fight. He was getting outboxed. He should have lost that fight. He literally should have lost that fight. He was getting outboxed. But it laid a platform down for somebody that not only can move like Kasaki out, because the dude had good footwork. But he was spinning behind him, bro. He was dipping and turning, spinning, slipping, punching, jabbing. You know what I mean? Everything. And he was taking the punches on his chin. On top of that, and he was absorbing them based on the way he was moving. He was really getting at Navarrete. I was like, yo, it looked sloppy because Navarrete was just starting to throw haymakers because he just couldn't hit him. It looked like frustration carrying on.
Right.
But he did land one on him, though. I think it was late in the fight. He landed one. I thought he was going to take him out.
No doubt. I think that Navarrete, you know, first of all, Navarrete looked like he went up in weight in not a great way. I didn't really like the way he was looking physically. You know what I'm saying? Physically, I'm like, all right, you just went and got heavy and came to 135. You didn't like get in shape, like come up to 135, like in shape, like ready to fight. You kind of look like you just didn't do a weight cut and came into the ring. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's something I definitely noticed about him. And I've heard rumors about Navarrete being somebody who likes to drink a lot and party a lot. I heard he's really one of those type of guys. Like really, as far as the lifestyle of boxing is concerned, he doesn't live it. He doesn't live it like that. So he looked sloppy. And like you said it earlier, he was winging punches. He was swinging, like really trying to like overwhelm Baricek with a lot of like just unfiltered power, undirected power. Like, I'm just going to overwhelm you with aggression, and you're going to break under the pressure of the aggression I'm bringing to you. And I think he came to, when you fight those Eastern Europeans, keep in mind that this guy here pretty much trains with Lomachenko, right? Like, he's in Lomachenko's camp.
Yeah, of course.
So that pedigree was going to always be there. And what you saw him doing was what he was supposed to do. And what you expected him to do coming out of Lomachenko's. Spinning him, that footwork was there, making it an awkward fight. Now, it wasn't even that exciting of a fight, to be honest with you. It wasn't even like that kind of a fight where you're like, yeah. It was just that Navarrete, that Baricek had that answer for what Navarrete was bringing to the ring. And Navarrete never adjusted, never came in a different way, never showed that he had the ability to make those changes. Dude is a weight bully like Dev, for sure. You talking about Navarrete?
Yeah, he having fun.
Okay. Yeah. You know, he just never adjusted to the fact that Baricek was able to adjust. You know, Baricek pretty much understood how to handle. I think he had like a couple of moments in the earlier rounds, maybe to like 1 and 4. You know what I'm saying? Where Navarrete had some opportunities, some moments, even convincing him like, damn, right? He had some moments. But ultimately, when it came down to it, once Baricek figured him out, he slowed that fight down and made it a boring fight, and just was winning one round at a time until it came down to the last round, and he walked away with that decision. And now he's a WBO champion at 135 pounds, right? So as far as Navarrete is concerned, where does he go from here? Do you push him back down to 130? Do you leave him at 135 competing?
So, if I'm not mistaken, anybody that can translate with me, I believe, well, first of all, the translator was not stating everything that Navarrete said. He cut a whole bunch of stuff out. But basically, he was saying that, you know what I mean? He has to go back, sit with his team, and see what's best for him. 135 was not something hard, for him to do. He feels comfortable there, and he would like to continue, and get the championship. But he's looking to fight all the great fighters. But, he's still the champion at 130. Now, whatever they said in the commentary was not that. They made it real short and simple. Like, oh, yeah, he likes it here at 135. He hopes to compete.
Right.
So, you know what I mean?
No, I agree with you, bro. I definitely agree with you. I think
he can campaign. He could definitely campaign 135. A lot of these guys are moving up, man, at 135 anyway. So they're all getting older and they're moving up. Keyshawn probably about to move up soon. You got De Los Santos about to move up. You know what I mean? Right now we already see what's in the jump from 130 to 135, and now he moving up to 140 to fight Pitbull.
You talking about Rayo?
Rayo, you know what I mean?
Right.
So there's a lot of these guys moving up, so there's gonna be new rankings there.
Right. I agree, man. I don't know. We'll see what Navarrete does. I kind of agree with what J Pitt City said a little bit. Go back to 130 till you work on getting a nutritionist. I think if Navarrete doesn't take his conditioning and the lifestyle he's living a little more seriously, that we could see a downtrend on him. You can see a downward trajectory on his career, because the competition ain't getting easier. Even 130 coming to 135, you didn't jump into a easier division. You jumped into a way more competitive division.
Right. And you got what? Mason, you got all these, even the young guys, you know what I mean?
Those young guys would love to fight against Navarrete.
Right.
Like, that's an opportunity to make a name for themselves, and you're going to end up being a stepping stool.
Right. And then think about it. He wanted Shakur at 130, and Shakur's at 135 now, so that's an opportunity for him too. Like, it's a lot of fights for him at 135 now. Let's see what happens.
Right. You got a lot of young bulls in that 135 division who looking to make a name for themselves. You got Emiliano Vargas, you got Abdullah Mason. You even got like the Floyd Schofields and those guys, Keyshawn Davis and those guys who like, look, oh, word, Navarrete, let's make that happen. He was one of those guys, right? Let's make that happen. You know what I mean? So he needs to really make a decision for himself as to how seriously he's going to take his career, move accordingly. You were dominant. You showed some dominant energy at 130. You know what I'm saying? There's still 2 or 3 fights on there for you to make. That would be pretty exciting. You know what I'm saying? You might consider going down there before you stay in this 135 division getting clipped, if you're not going to take your career serious.
Facts. And yes, I did see the game. I see some of the ads for it. I don't really play boxing games on the live.
I do. I cannot wait for that game to drop.
Play it. But I might just get it so I can beat them up.
Okay, that's what we need to do. You need to get it, bro. Especially when the game come out, I'm probably gonna send you.
Y'all don't understand. Clay be treating me bad, bro. He be talking crazy. I keep telling him, come to Jersey. We getting in the ring, but it
is what it is.
It is what it is. Not just messing with you, man.
It is what it is, man. Let me see. J Pitt said he still has that WBO 130, right? I don't know. That's a good question, J Pitt. I don't know. He does.
He still. Because remember, he just took the opportunity. He can still go back down and hold that belt. Matter of fact, I can Google it right now.
Yeah, so there's the vested interest for him to take his ass back down to 130.
Yeah, he's gonna drop the belt.
Yeah, JR said it. Navarrete should improve or retire. 100%, man. He has to take his career seriously, or he's gonna end up food. He's gonna end up a meme out here, man. You know what I mean? He's gonna end up a meme out here. My guy Ray, have you seen Undisputed Boxing Game roster? And so, what do you think? Yeah, I think that me personally, I'll answer. For Ray, I guess, or at the same time as Ray. I think that game is going to be fucking tough, bro. If you guys,
absolutely.
You guys remember from when they had Fight Night?
Fight Night. Look,
that was
same
a good
time.
game.
Fight Night.
That was a good game, man.
Sugar Ray,
how mad I was.
Sugar Ray and Floyd.
Yeah, bro. You know how many times I look for that game on the PS5? How many times I've gone on Amazon or gone to GameStop and I'm like, yo, they ain't got a new Fight Night, or I can't get the old Fight Night to play on PS5. So, a lot of boxing fans was looking for that. And shout out to Turkey Al-Sheikh, because he also mentioned that, right? He said that, look, I'm going to help this game come out. Because for a minute, for about a good 2 years, that game's been in beta status. You could only play it on the computer through like the Steam. You know what I mean? Like it just kept staying on this developmental stage where it wasn't crossing over. So I'm super excited to see this game come out in October. I'm gonna be one of the first guys to get that game, bro. Probably open up a Twitch account just based off that game, playing that game and talking shit about boxing on that game. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, that's what I feel about it. Let me see. He's going to end up with a speech impediment. Yeah, bro, he's going to end up talking slow. You better be careful with his career. But let's segue into.
Man, he ain't got no. That dude got a hard ass noggin, bro. Pause. You know how them freaking them heads be south of the border, bro. No disrespect. Julio Cesar chopped 86 fights and no brain damage. That dude ain't going nowhere. He got to get hit by 10 buses. No disrespect. Like I said, no disrespect. He'll be all right. Couple of cervezas, he good.
Yeah. I mean, I'm hearing he on them Cabezas. I hear he's on that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Cabezas or cervezas?
Cervezas, whatever, in his Cabezas. You know what I'm saying? I heard that he's definitely on that lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? I heard he's definitely living that lifestyle. You heard?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Tequila,
no doubt.
Cheese.
His name is Cheese.
What up? Salute to the man.
Salute, Cheese.
The legend. Not a myth.
Yo, Cheese, you see we about there, right? Oh yeah, guys, we are about there. We about there, bro. We about to give away a bag. You know what I'm saying? A crazy bag. It's about there. We about 75 down from that 1,000. We about there, man. We've been moving slowly, but for surely. It's been happening. Fight Night's still big too, but we need a new one. Yeah. Isn't Undisputed pretty much taking isn't Undisputed pretty much carrying the Fight Night legacy? Is that part of the same?
Yeah, because I think they changed it with the the Mike Tyson Ali. That was the last one, wasn't it?
No, the last one was just a character. It was just a dude. It was like the main character who was on the front of it. The guy who.
So then.
It wasn't no specific.
So after Fight Night, then Undisputed started with. Then that started with Tyson and Muhammad Ali. One of them started or ended.
Maybe.
Right at the changing point, just like Live to what was the NBA now? There used to be in Live 95, and now it's 2K.
Right.
Yeah.
No doubt. But let's segue into this Brian Norman and Giovanni Santillan fight. Brian Norman coming out of Decatur, where it's greater. You know what I mean? I don't know. They were really sleeping on this dude. I wasn't sleeping on him as bad, but I know Santillan was supposed to be like one of the guys in the conversations to be, fighting a Boots Ennis or, fighting a Stanionis or, you know what I'm saying? They wanted him to be in that conversation. So, and plus he was fighting Santillan in his hometown. So he was A-side 100% in that fight. But Brian Norman came in. I knew he was going to be a dog in this fight. I knew he was going to be ready to win this fight. If there was an opportunity to win, he was going to take it. Did you ever see Brian Norman fight before this fight? I think I seen him fight one time. And I'm being honest with you, man. That was a great fight that he fought against Santillan, but I do think he really let the dog out in that fight. And I'm wondering if he's going to bring that was an A-Town stunning. Norman was an A-Town stunning for sure. I'm really wondering, people are talking about putting him in there with Boots Ennis. Do you see that being a competitive fight?
No, not right now. His style can do something, but I just think it's too early in his career, bro. For a fight like that, he just got the belt, right?
Yeah, he's a WBO champion, bro. As soon as Terrence Crawford lets go of them belts, they're gonna step him up.
Right. So let's see, bro. He could be a sleeper. You know what?
Look. He's 26 wins. He's got 26 wins and 20 knockouts.
Right.
You know what I mean? So on paper, he has and not to mention now he has a WBO title. Right. So on paper, he's ready to fight anybody in that division. You know what I mean? Is the paper lying? Has his competition not really matched what his record is showing? Like people talk about that with Duran too. They say Duran's record doesn't represent like his experience because they're trying to say like he fought nobody.
Right.
You know what I mean? Whenever they talk about putting him in the ring with a Terrence Crawford or something like that, they try to throw shots at him. Is that what it was? He got a heart and fights well on the inside, but very hittable. Once, 100%, Sean. By the way, salute Sean in the building, man.
Hey, Sean. I don't know, bro. That's what I think. That's why I said I don't think it'd be a good match. But you know what? You never know. You know what I mean?
It might be one of those dancing partner things, right?
That's what I'm saying. He might be a very durable. He got a durable chin, pause, and he might be at a like, what's his name? Roman Villa. Similar, you know what I mean? But he just might be a little stronger. Be able to, I saw Norman get put down by a perfectly timed right cross. Okay, so it was timing that did it. So basically, he'd have just walked into it. You know what I'm saying? Somebody just like walked up and was boxing him and they just clipped him. Which one is it?
Yeah, it looks like he fights emotional.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that could be dangerous in a division with punchers. You know what I mean? You fighting against Jerron Boots Ennis, bro. You don't want to just sit there and go blow for blow the way you went with Santillan. That's not what you want to do. You want to hit and not get hit, because he'll lay you down, bro. He'll sit you right down on your pockets, bro, and you won't get back up.
Yeah, that's why I said no, but it's what it is.
Right. So, I mean, he's a champion now. Let's see what he does. Like I said, on paper, he belongs where he's at. He has a WBO title now. He deserves every opportunity that's out there for him at 147 pounds. You know what I mean? As far as unifications are concerned and things of that nature, he deserves every opportunity. And now he becomes, with that title, he becomes a lot of people going to put a target on his back. They're going to want to fight him now. So I anticipate seeing him in some big fights in the 147-pound weight class division going in. And he gave the crowd what they want to see, which is an exciting fight, right? So we'll see how that works out for him. Now going into so we know Turkey was trying to get Canelo and Crawford. I like Giovanni's aggressive style, but he needs more feints and footwork. Yeah.
I know you just mentioned Brian Norman, but am I crazy? I'm thinking of opponents and stuff. But Brandon Lee has fought at welterweight before. He's a light or junior welterweight or super lightweight competitor. He's fought a couple fights at welterweight. This guy's like 26, 28, something like that too.
Who are you talking about, Santillan?
Huh? No. I'm talking about Brendan Lee. Because a lot of people sleep on Brendan Lee.
Okay. Right.
Brendan, whatever. I wonder if anybody's really sleeping on him. Can he move up to welterweight and solid stay there and create some noise too? Because he's undefeated. Now, has he been cherry picked to move the way they wanted to move? I seen him in some good fights, some decent fights, and he won convincingly.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's another fighter we got to keep our eyes out for at the end of the day. I'm sorry. I was just looking at that whole time, like that crew right there, that 20, under 30 wins, but like got a lot of fights. So I want to make sure I touched on that. My bad. I ain't mean to interrupt, but go ahead.
No, you good, man. You doing your thing, bro. Yeah, what's up with that guy, Brandon? Yeah, he was just talking about him, JR, for sure. Giovanni's got an aggressive style, and those guys give exciting fights. But when they get in the ring with the who's in the division, they get exposed a lot of the times because they fight off a lot of emotions, and the way they respond to adversity is by running into it even harder, which is not necessarily the smartest thing you could do when you get in the ring with a Jerron Boots Ennis. You don't want to fight that way. Even Stanionis, I think, will take advantage of that. You come up in there headhunting and trying to, punch for punch with him and melee with him on that level. He's gonna time you out and put something on your chin that's gonna sit you down and keep you down. But I thought that was a great fight by him. I am excited to see his next fight, whatever that is. I'm excited to see it. I'm not gonna lie. If I see him on the card, I'm gonna want to see what that looks like. You know what I mean? So we'll see how that comes together. But so Canelo Crawford doesn't look like it's gonna happen.
Yeah, I mean, it should have happened. In your eyes, you want it to happen, but that's for boxing. I mean, I'm saying should have happened. Is it like? I think the fans. This is why I said it shouldn't happen, Clay. Before I don't mind if it happens, but we just seen this. I know they're two different fighters, but we just seen this 154 pounder move up to 168, and it didn't look credible. We seen Canelo pull up Amir Khan to 160. It didn't look credible. Like, do we really want to see another fighter pulled up 2 weight divisions to fight again? You know what I mean? With Canelo, like it just, what does it? Kell Brook moved up. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't help. It doesn't help us as the fans. It seems good. It's good on paper, but is it at the end of the day? Is that whole thing going to look like? Is that whole thing going to be like, yo, this is what we want to see? You know what I mean? If it turns out he gets upset, cool. But because we expect Canelo to win at the weight in the division because this person's coming to him. But yeah. I don't know, bro. I just think either way it doesn't do nothing for me. It doesn't move me because there's too many fights that he already took, and I think that's what he's thinking. In his head, it's like, yo, I fought Jamal, I fought Kell Brook, I fought Amir Khan, I fought who else came up when he was younger? Stu name Shane Mosley. He fought Shane Mosley, right? No, it wasn't Shane Mosley. Wasn't Shane Mosley? Canelo. He fought
Canelo fought Shane.
He did, right?
Yeah.
He moved up, right? That was before the Floyd fight.
Yeah, I don't know if it was before the Floyd fight, but he definitely he fought Shane.
Right, and I'm saying he's pulled all these guys up 2, 3 divisions, 1 division, and these guys aren't no competition for him due to the size and the power heel. So it's just, to me, it's just a waste. I've seen him do it too many times. I want to see him fight somebody at his division or up above named Benavidez. If you don't fight Benavidez, I really don't care about anybody else unless they're at 168 at the end of the day. That's it. Or they're moving up from 160 and they're a threat. If they're no threat, I don't want to see it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he needs to fight somebody. I think he should fight somebody. I think as a 168-pound champion, it looks like he's trying to like pick more favorable, size wise and things of that nature to fight against. And Terrence checks that box, you know what I'm saying, for him. But if he's not going to fight Terrence, then yeah, David Benavidez, David Morrell, I mean, somebody with some, somebody with, that we want to see him fight. But it looks like, Edgar Berlanga seems to be the next fight, right? It seems like it's going to be Edgar.
I hope not.
It looks like it is. I ain't going to lie to you.
That'll be the one that he loses too, believe it or not. Sorry, Jose. I'm just saying that'll be the one he loses. And then he's back home, right? What was it they said? Puerto Rico's HLD said, no, Puerto Ricans don't want him. Go back to the Dominican Republic. Yo, guess what? He win that fight. He will be home. He will be in San Juan, Old San Juan, New San Juan, Aguadilla, wherever you want to put him. He's gonna be in Puerto Rico, and he's gonna be that man for real.
Yeah, it's a big fight. Puerto Rico against Mexico, you know what I mean? Edgar always, hangs his hat on the fact that he's a big Puerto Rican star and that they love him out there. He's always trying to sell the appeal of this fight. Any chance he gets a mic in front of him, he's trying to sell the appeal of this fight. I don't share that appeal. I don't care to really see that fight like that. But, and I think you're in the same boat as me. Like, we're not like every other boxing fan. So the guys who want to see that fight outnumber us like 10-1. You know what I'm saying? So it might be a big event. You know what I mean? I'll watch it if they do it.
I'll watch it. Yeah, I think it's worth it.
Yeah.
Again, It's not about it with the worth or the value or any of that is. It's just like sometimes some people have already seen it. Like boxing fans have already seen history of this guy doing the same thing. And I think himself, he's just like, yo, I don't want to do it.
Right.
I just think he's because remember, people were calling him out on this 2-3 years ago. These fighters listen to us talking on these platforms or in the media or wherever. They're hearing this. They're getting feedback. They have media people rushing this back to them.
Right.
So they hear this stuff. But we'll see.
Yeah, man. I think that, yeah, J Pitt City, I gotta agree with you. Culturally, it's a big fight. That's it. Boxing wise, it's a duck. 100%, man. They're gonna use it as they're gonna try to sell it as big fight. Edgar Berlanga, Canelo Alvarez, Puerto Rico versus Mexico. They're gonna put all this smoke and mirrors on it. But if you're a real boxing fan, you know that this is just not the fight he should be fighting. Edgar Berlanga is not shown that he's got the pedigree to be in the ring with a Canelo Alvarez. He hasn't shown it, in the ring. His last fight ended in a stoppage, but it was against a, C-class fighter, bro. You know what I'm saying? The fighter wasn't the I can't remember what his name was, but he's from like Ireland or something. He just wasn't that guy. You know what I'm saying? He was there to be knocked out. And we know how Edgar Berlanga deals with adversity when he gets in trouble. He gets a little dirty. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that fight is a fight that we're looking to see happen like that. But if it does happen, I expect Canelo to knock that dude out. And ultimately, once he's done putting him down, I expect him to retire. I'll be honest with you. If he's not going to get into a big fight with either Terrence Crawford or David Benavidez, who else is he going to fight? I don't want to hear Charlo. I'm done with that shit.
No. I think we already talked about it. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing playing again. He could fight what's the name? Can come out of nowhere. That'd be a fight that everybody said he ducked was Andretti. You know what I mean? That'd be a fight we can see.
I heard they just moved Diego Pacheco up to number 1 for the WBA. So they basically put him in a replacement where David Morrell was at. They put Pacheco there. Or either that or Pacheco's number 1 to challenge David Morrell for that WBA title. I don't think Pacheco's ready either. I don't think he's ready. He's a great fighter, once again, but one of the pushing these fighters faster than they're supposed to get pushed doesn't make them
ready,
great.
bro. Not ready. Nope.
I agree with you. I definitely agree
and
with
Billy. And Billy.
Yeah.
That's a fight.
Yeah. That's a great fight. Yeah. It's a great fight.
Yeah, you got a few fighters, bro. You got a few fighters on the list.
Right.
Trying to see who I would see that looks. I would like to see the Plant rematch because I thought that was the body shot and the lack of discipline lost Plant that fight both times. Not having great endurance.
Yeah, I hear you, Sean. By the way, if you're reading what Sean said he might be waiting on Benavidez to move up and get a 175-pound title, then make him cut. You know what I'm saying? Back down to fight at 168 so that he gets that advantage. I could see Canelo going for that. I would really hope that David Benavidez doesn't bite on that bullshit. Like if David Benavidez goes up there and he's able to get an opportunity at a win, at a Bivol or Beterbiev or winner of their fight to become a unified or undisputed champion, don't go back down to Canelo. If Canelo wants to fight you, tell him to come up to light heavyweight and come take one.
Canelo goes up there and does the same thing. I think I mentioned that multiple times. He's a WBO fighter. Whoever wins, he can go up there and challenge them, or he can wait till both of them. You know what I mean? I think he's really hoping for Bivol because he fought Bivol, so he can figure him out easier. You know what I mean? To win this fight, he goes up there, he calls a challenge up, uses WBO status, gets in line, cuts the line, fights for all the titles, becomes 2-time undisputed, and avoids Benavidez again, just frustrating him until it's time for him to pass the torch to him.
I can see it happening that way. I think it's possible. But we'll see how the ball bounces, and what the boxing gods have in store for us now. You want to get into this 5v5. You know what I mean? I'm kind of the other way around on Canelo. I can see him at 170. I can't see him at 175 anymore. Beterbiev versus Canelo. Beterbiev by murder. I agree with you, Charles Edward Cheese. I don't think he goes to 175. You know what I mean? I don't think that's what he wants to do either. I think after Edgar Berlanga, I think he considers retiring, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, because he's painting himself into a corner. Or maybe, like you said, maybe a Christian and Billy, maybe one more fight like that. You know what I mean? But who else can he cherry pick in that division and still keep those titles? Right. He stays in that division, he's gonna have to fight somebody. Real, like not no fake people. And if we see him fighting like Pacheco, giving all these young dudes who ain't ready to fight him all these paydays, that's what's up too. You know what I mean? We'll see. You know what I'm saying? But this 5-on-5 card, bro. Next weekend, I believe. Let's look at the calendar. Am I right? Is it next weekend?
I believe so.
Right? When is it? Let's see here. Let's pull up the calendar here. The calendar says it is going to be next Saturday.
Yep.
So next Saturday, we're going to be looking. Yeah, next Saturday on the 1st. We're going to be looking to see this fight come together, right? And what do you think about it, man? About the card and the way it looks? Even though this card now doesn't have the headliner of Bivol versus Beterbiev, I hear Bivol is still going to be on the main card. You know what I'm saying? He's still going to be the main fighter. Who's he fighting against? Did you figure? Do we know who he's fighting?
Zened.
I got to look it up.
Yeah.
Definitely got to look it up.
Give his name.
Tomorrow's Judgment Day. Oh, yeah. Ryan Garcia tomorrow, right? Is that big news out there? Everybody still care about that?
I don't, bro.
Yeah, I don't give a shit either, bro. I don't give a damn.
It is what it is, bro. At this point, it is what it is.
If he's dirty, he's dirty. And if he's dirty, sit his ass down somewhere for a minute while he gets his head straight, bro. That's it.
Let him go on his rampage of celebrity boxing. We'll go from there. He's undefeated. He's 22-0.
Right.
He's from Libya. Okay.
That'll look crazy if Bivol gets clipped next Saturday and just ruins that whole undisputed conversation. Well, not ruining. I mean, I guess better be able to fight him for undisputed. Is that what's going to end up happening? I don't know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Let me say this, though. Somebody said something about Wilder on here. I feel it was Cheese. Yeah, Cheese said, I hope Wilder looks like a fighter, bro. Listen, Cheese. There's certain fights on that card that I'm looking at, and that's definitely one of them. I want to see what Wilder's coming back. I want to see what this Wilder looks like and how does he compete against a Zhilei Zhang. I think this is going to be his hardest. I think this is going to be his hardest fight, his most competitive, like top tier fight since Tyson Fury. Maybe, maybe King Kong Ortiz put up a good fight too, but that's about it. This dude Zhilei Zhang is the truth, bro. He old, he motivated.
Mm-hmm. Y'all got to say it again for the 50th time. Just like how many children George Foreman has.
Yeah,
he reminds me of George Foreman, bro. I'm sorry, that's who he is. He's a modern day George Foreman.
Well, going into that fight, that being said, do you see him stopping Deontay, or do you see Deontay? You think Deontay gets
stopped by Deontay Wilder?
Okay,
if he sits in the middle of the ring, you know what I mean. He's willing to take punishment. That's bro. He's a punching bag, but he knows how to deflect. How many deflections can he take from somebody that just straight up clips you? How many?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, man, I think he's there to be hit at the end of the day. I think he's there to be hit, but at the same time, Deontay don't want to get hit by this dude, bro. He don't want to get hit by this dude, bro. Deontay, I don't think Deontay. I don't think Deontay has shown me that he has the greatest chin like that.
He'll want more than 2 shots.
He does the dance. He does the rain dance when he gets clipped. When he gets hit, he does the rain dance, bro. And yeah, Charles, for sure. He can crack, bro. He can crack. And he got that 1-2 straight down the middle shit he does. And since when has Deontay been accredited by being this guy with great head movement and great foot movement and all that? I don't know about all that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he knows how to set up a punch and deliver a punch. You know what I'm saying? For sure. So, and Zhang is there to be hit. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you put yourself in a danger zone. As soon as you get close enough to hit Zhang, you put yourself in a position to get hit by Zhang, and Zhang can put your ass on your ass.
Exactly. That's what I said. I think he sits there, he keeps him at distance, and he just throws those shots. But Zhang's just going to stay in the middle with him.
100%. Zhang's going to be there to be hit.
Right.
He's going to be there to be hit. I think that fight ends inside of 5 rounds.
And that's what Deontay Wilder needs. He needs somebody that's going to be right in front of him, that's not going to try to move, bob the head, none of that. He don't care about the body, if it's a body shot, balls, or a headshot. He's going.
Yeah. We'll see what Deontay. They're saying Deontay looking like the old Deontay, but I seen him do something funny shit the other day on a video he put up there, some foot movement he was doing. And it was just like, I don't know if that's what I think is gonna. I ain't seen nothing impressive in that. And I saw him doing like a little jog on a track. You know, he doesn't like to hit the road, so I guess that represented him doing road work.
Right.
We're gonna see. JR Spock says Zhang is going to retire Wilder. I think everybody's up in the air, man. That's gonna be the fight of the card. That's gonna be the main event in the card.
If he does, that's what's up. I think his next loss is a retirement. At the end of the day, I'm agreeing with you on
Wilder.
That.
Yeah, I agree. I want to see Wilder against Jared Anderson, so I hope Wilder wins, so we can see him on the August 3rd card.
You want to against Jared Anderson?
Yeah, I want to see that.
That's right. He did offer him that fight. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So I want to see
You
not
see
running.
Big Baby get knocked out, bro.
They got bums too. Ross Scott said Ukraine ain't taking over shit. They got bums too. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not saying they're gonna take over, but right now, I'm saying for this past week, they took over. It was the Ukrainian takeover this week. You feel what I'm saying? That's what it was this week. Your boy, wake your ass up.
Bro, I'm sitting here on my phone.
You know, I'm gonna stop saying wake up, and you better not be asleep because you'll definitely fall asleep from now because I ain't gonna say nothing. So we're gonna leave it like that.
Unless you hear me, I'm on my phone, bro.
No doubt, no doubt.
I'm just reading stuff.
Roscott, man, I think that salute Roscott. I think that this was definitely the Ukraine week, though, wasn't it? This was the Ukraine week. Let's be honest. This was their week, man. You know what I mean? Them dudes won all the titles. You know, undisputed heavyweight champion, first time in 25 years. Last time being Lennox, huh?
It's the month, not the week. They still got 2 fights, right?
No, I'm just saying this past week was a great week for them. They had a greek week.
But I'm not talking about before too.
Huh?
They won the week before, prior.
Yeah, I include that in the same week. That last Saturday was Loma.
You're saying Saturday to Saturday.
Saturday to Saturday, yeah. From Saturday to Saturday for a 7-day week. You know what I mean? For a 7-day week, they had a dominating week.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay, I can rock with that. Pause.
You know what I'm saying? Sufa, I hope Wilder retires, Zang. Big Baby Anderson. Yeah, Mr. Big Play. I want to see him fight Big Baby Anderson on that August 3rd card, on that Terrence Crawford card. I want to see that fight.
I think if he loses, Parker fights Big Baby Anderson or Dubois.
Okay, I can see that happening as well. I think that fight would be a great fight, bro. So I'm rooting for Deontay. I hope he wins this fight. I want to see him fight Big Baby next week. Well, not next week, on the August 3rd card. I'm bugging on the August 3rd card. So let's see him have a good fight. Who else is fighting on that card, man? We got Raymond Ford. I think that's going to be another good fight. I think that's an underrated fight right there.
Yeah, Nick Ball, Raymond Ford. You got Austin Williams and Hamza.
Yeah, that's going to be a good fight. That's going to be a good fight.
Yeah, Willie Hutchison, because we keep saying Richard. And it's funny because he's fighting Craig Richards.
Mm-hmm.
We always get Richardson Hitchens mixed up with his name, so I just thought that was funny.
Mm-hmm.
My bad. And then Danny Dubois and Philip Hargrovic. Let
me see here. Welcome to Saudi. I want to see the Raymond Ford fight for sure. I think that's going to be a big fight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I like that one. Nick Ball is a fight.
Which one?
Raymond Ford, Nick Ball is a good fight.
Oh, yeah, for sure. That's a great fight. That's definitely a great fight. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. What else is going on in the boxing world, man? We got that 5-on-5. It's getting ready to pop off.
First name with 2 last names. I can't, bro. Yo.
No, Rock got Raymond Ford moving up to 130, win or lose after that fight. I think so, JP.
You think so?
Yeah.
I thought he might wait around a little bit. You got homeboy creeping up there, bro. He trying to get in that 126 division. He already undisputed. Said he was gonna move up, but I think he said he was jumping to 130.
I think he's going to 130.
I'm talking about anyway.
I think Raymond Ford is going to 130.
Okay.
I don't think he like doing that cut no more like that. I don't think he would rather go up there and try to fight enough Shaqy Foster or, you know what I'm saying? He got some fights up there he'd like to make happen. The move up doesn't seem far-fetched at all. He's the man for Usyk's IBF. Who you talking about? Ergovich? Yeah. Well, Ergovich and Danny Dubois is going to be fighting for that IBF. They're stripping that from Usyk. They're taking that IBF away from Usyk, Sean, and Ergovich and Danny Dubois is going to be fighting for that vacated IBF title. So the winner of that fight is going to be the IBF heavyweight champion of the world.
Right. So funny. I'm actually 4K in the building. No?
You think Ergovich? Who do you think wins between Ergovich and Dubois? You think Ergovich just takes that easy, or can you see Dubois? looks like on paper the fighter who should win that fight.
Dubois. I think he's. Well, I don't know. He gets rocked easy. I think Dubois. He takes a lot of punches. If he get him out there in 5. I'm going with Danny Dubois. I tell you, I think he's getting up there to worth a title shot. But man, that is a tough one. Ergovich is strong, bro. Pause.
And he's tall. He knows how to fight.
Right.
You know, uses his those attributes. He knows how to use them. He doesn't fight small.
That's a tough one. But it'll be a good fight. I think Dubois could drop him though.
Yeah. Yeah, Ross Scott was talking about that earlier. Yeah, he definitely looks like that shot to the body wasn't a low blow, and possibly Usyk might have walked away with a win based off the fact that he had that time to recover from that shot. But after he recovered from that shot, he whooped Daniel Dubois' ass, bro.
Right.
He whooped that boy's ass at that point and made him give up. So I give him his props for that win. Stephen Fulton tweeted about getting a title fight. I think it's Ray Vargas. That's the only 126 title under PBC. Yeah, that could be a good fight. I think Stephen Fulton gets Ray Vargas out of here. I ain't gonna lie.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I'm just responding. That's why I said 4K in the building because he was he was saying something to me on Twitter.
Oh shit, 4K also said hit him back. Yeah, hit me. I forgot to hit him. He hit me on my bad, 4K. Crazy.
I don't know if he in the building, but I was saying I was definitely responding to him.
I forgot to hit him, bro.
He actually touched base with me on that Keyshawn thing, saying that Keyshawn is wilding. I'm like, he ain't wilding. The fact is, this is what that's what Tank said. What he said is what Tank said out of his mouth. He's paraphrasing exactly what he said.
No doubt.
Bro, he ain't lying. He's just saying, which one is it?
Yeah,
we'll get there. We'll get there.
I'm thinking Dubois. JR says he thinks Dubois stops Ergovich. Look, Dubois got a new turn on life right now, man. He feels real motivated. He's operating like he's super motivated. He showed a lot of heart in that Jarrell Big Baby Miller fight. He showed a lot of heart, bro. The heart to go in there in that last round, knowing he already had to fight one and go for the finish against a fighter like Jarrell Big Baby Miller took a lot of balls because he's a dangerous fighter. If you in there with Big Baby Miller and you just meleeing with him when you ain't got to, that shows heart. You know what I mean? That shows heart.
Right.
You know what I mean? So he has a whole nother motivation behind him. I can see him stopping Ergovich. You know what I mean? But I got Sean, me too. I got Ergovich winning this fight. I ain't gonna lie. That's why I think he's gonna take it. And I think it's gonna be Ergovich and Anthony Joshua. Ergovich and Anthony Joshua. Look for that fight to come together, and then the winner of that fight go fight for undisputed again. Go fight either Usyk or Tyson Fury, the winner between their rematch. That's how I see that happening. You know what I mean? I'm looking to see Anthony Joshua beat Ergovich, so hopefully he doesn't make me a liar. He doesn't make me out to be a liar. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to throw the link up here, I think. Let me see here. I'm going to definitely throw the link up if anybody want to come up and build on the panel. You're welcome to come up and do that.
Yeah. What else do we have? We talked about everything. Oh,
I mean, we got Frank Martin and Tank.
We got a whole bunch of fights though. Oh, we got Josh. Before that, we got Josh Taylor and Catterall.
Right. We got David Benavidez fighting in that card too. We got Catterall fighting this week coming up.
We got Billy fighting the same day with Mark Heffron. Jeez, it's a lot of fights going on.
I'm out that mall. Otherwise, I'll jump on the best frequent again in the debate. No doubt. No doubt, Ross Scott. No doubt. You
gotta look at his new name, Ross Scott. You gotta say it right. It's Flyer Frequency.
Yeah, we got also David Benavidez fighting against another Ukrainian, right?
Yeah.
So, and a lot of people are picking him to win that fight, which I don't know if I'm ready to do that personally, but when you got him on a roll like that, you say fuck it. You know what I mean? Let the momentum carry him. Right now they fighting for their country, right? So, But you think this Josh Taylor and Catterall, that's going to be at 140 still? The song 140
Yeah.
or
Let me check. Let me double check. Find that right now for you.
Ross Scott, you were shocked to see Navarrete lose? I wasn't shocked to see him lose, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't shocked, man. I could have seen him win and not been shocked at all. Like, you know what I mean? I didn't expect him to lose, but I definitely knew he could lose, man. You know, I definitely knew he could.
I can't find. Oh, here it goes. My bad. Here we go. All right. So, what was your question about it, Clay? What weight?
Josh and Catterall, they find at 140, right?
Yeah. Super lightweight. Yep. Let's see if anybody comes in 3 pounds over. Sorry.
You think they're gonna have a rematch, Ross Scott?
No, never right there. Ain't rematching that boy. He was outboxed. He was outpointed. He wasn't really outboxed. He was outpointed. Navarrete couldn't get a good shot off. He was, bro.
Yeah.
If he had power, he would have dropped Navarrete multiple times.
Yeah, I don't see no need for a rematch on that, especially with the opportunity. He has that dude Barichek got a crosshair on his back right now. Somebody gonna want to take that title off him. He easy food for them other champions in that division.
Right.
You know what I mean? He easy food. So I could see Shakur, you know what I mean, putting out a challenge to fight him. I could definitely see Tank taking that off of him. And you know, Lomachenko, if he would fight his own countryman,
right,
would take it off him as well. And there's a lot of dudes who don't got belts that would take it off of him. That's gonna be calling his name out. You know, any of those prospects to take that title off of him.
Mm-hmm.
Andy Cruz will come and take that title, clean right up off him. Give me that. Real quick. You think you box? You don't box, I box. You know what I mean? And then we can see it unification. Look, use our imagination. Andy Cruz step up, take that belt, and bang.
Right.
Now him and Loma can go at it for unification. I like seeing Andy Cruz and Loma fight. I would love to see that fight. I don't know if he would happen. I thought American versus American and Ukrainian. I thought American versus American and Ukrainian versus Ukrainian.
I like that. I like that matchup.
I don't know if Loma would fight his countrymen though.
Right, they're not going to fight. He got the Canelo syndrome. He ain't gonna fight them. They boys. They know each other very well, so it's gonna take a lot. They got to be away from each other and do their thing. You know what I mean, for a minute, and then come back to fight.
Yeah, I can see that happening. I can see it happening. I think Loma goes for Tank. I think Shakur goes for Barichek, and I think the winner, those two winners fight each other, and we got an undisputed
remix
135 pounder.
Or do they give it another opportunity to somebody else for Barichek?
Oh, shout out Ross Scott. That's a real conversation we can have. Pound for pound, the pound for pound list, and what we're looking at when it comes to this, with as far as concerning Alexander Usyk in this topic. Where do you stand on this topic, Ray? Pound for pound.
I gave you my pound for pound.
I know, but I'm saying as far as Usyk being eligible to be a pound for pound fighter, where do you stand?
Fine. Look, he started his career lower. He moved up in another weight. To me, he's pound for pound because he moved. It wasn't like he was always heavyweight. I know someone said he started off heavyweight, whatever. But regardless, he moved up. And you got to give a man credit for being undisputed at one weight, moving up, taking in undisputed at another weight. You know what I mean? Why can't you be pound for pound on a pound for pound list? You didn't cheat. You didn't have any bad record. My bad. He didn't have any like bad things like in the media, really. You know what I mean?
Right.
Definitely somebody that can represent it well, especially as a heavyweight. Because it also, pound for pound is not meant for heavyweights, but he was not always a heavyweight. That's where I stand at.
Exactly.
He moved into a heavyweight division and still dominated heavyweights, making him pound for pound.
Right.
Right, I agree with you. That's kind of where I stand on it. You know what I mean? I seen him become undisputed. The mere fact that he's a two-weight class undisputed champion, I think makes him very eligible to be pound for pound. Now, if we're going to break it down a little bit deeper, I'll say that him beating Anthony Joshua twice, him beating Tyson Fury in the biggest show on earth, that was very impressive. Very impressive. Even his win over Derek Chisora, you know what I mean? Very impressive. Yeah, no doubt. You know, I think it's a fair argument to put Alexander Usyk in a conversation for pound. What say you in the chat though? How do y'all feel about that? I know Roscott still says he still has Inoue up there. You know what I mean? I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you at all. I ain't mad at that at all. Tank waiting for Lomo to turn 54, maybe. Anyway, stopping dudes and stopping them cold. Yeah, but some guys ain't always there to just be stopped. You know what I mean? I think Usyk almost stopped Tyson Fury. A lot of people feel like he would have stopped Tyson Fury if the ref didn't get involved in it. And, you know, nobody's ever stopped Tyson Fury. So that'll put him. Let me see. I have Usyk at 2, Canelo at 3, and Crawford at 4. What? Nah, Ross. This dude put
Crawford at 4.
Yeah, that don't make no sense.
No,
that's
maybe no. Definitely, I could put. You got who? Usyk, Canelo?
Nah, bro. Canelo belongs like at 5, maybe.
No, I know who belong. I know who belong at number 1.
And I don't believe that heavyweights can be pound for pound. Yeah, but Roscott, what about the whole him going from cruiserweight to heavyweight and being undisputed in 2 weight classes? That doesn't make him pound for pound. Beating a Tyson Fury who came in 40 pounds over him. You don't think so? And he did it on the road, 100%, JR.
I'm waiting for you to get at me, bro. I know who belongs at number 1.
Oh, I read it wrong, Roscott. My bad. You said I don't believe that heavyweights can't be pound for pound. Okay. J Pitt has it. Inoue, Usyk, Bud, Bivol, and Canelo. I can fuck with it, J Pitt.
Bud's inactivity kind of makes it hard for me to put him over Inoue. Usyk's latest fight kind of provides clarity that he's pound for pound and he should be in the top 3.
Right.
Canelo's been doing his thing forever. Like I said, forever and ever. That shows him being top 5. But Bivol, even though he beat Canelo, he's still, who has he beat other than Canelo? You know what I mean? That's recognizable in the game.
Right.
That's it. You know what I mean? It's not like the division is great. We won't see him until he fights what's his name? Benavidez, or he fights Benavidez or Morrell. Then we can say something. You know what I mean, at that time. So I really don't want to put him past 7 or 6. I gotta give Shakur one of the top 5 spots.
Top 5?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, see? You didn't think I had it in me, did you?
Nah, I didn't think you would ever do no shit like that. That was actually pretty impressive.
I would have to give him one of the top 5 spots for what he's doing, what he has done. I know he's beating champions. You know what I mean? He's moved up the ladder. He's beating champions. He's doing his thing. So I will go probably Inoue, Bud, Usyk, Canelo, Shakur.
Okay.
Then possibly Tank, Bivol, Devin, and Benavidez, maybe Boots. Round up my 10.
Jonathan 97 said Rolly pound for pound. Go ahead, Jonathan 97.
Jonathan.
You over here giving this more ammunition for the
Jonathan, they robbed him. Jonathan, you seen it. Bro, they stopped him. He was still moving. He was just doing like Fury, bro. He was just dipping back on the ropes, bro.
They robbed him of his consciousness, bro. That boy was out
he didn't get knocked out, bro.
He was looking easily confused out there.
Rolly got beat up by an old man the same way, and he got the title. Why'd they rob him? That old man, apparently he's younger than us, Clay, but I doubt it. I think he got a Dominican birth certificate.
No doubt. Yeah, that part.
Right.
What else is going on in the boxing space, man? I mean, we kind of broke it all down.
Yeah, we got T.O. coming up with a
I
Claggett.
don't want to hear about him and the
You want to talk
Claggett.
to him and Claggett?
About him and the Claggett? No, bro. I don't care about him and the Claggett. Win your fight, T.O. That's what I got to say. Win your fight,
My
bro.
thing is, I know who we forgot. Your boy. You know who I said? The sleeping fight of the year. You know I call it sleeper, right? Liam Paro about to beat up Matias, bro.
You think he's gonna take that from Matias?
He's gonna beat him, bro.
I don't know if I would.
Bro, there's been a lot of upsets this year. A lot of upsets. And Liam Paro ain't no joke, bro.
No, you're a good fighter, man. He's disciplined too.
Right. He keep him on his toes. It's a wrap for Matias, bro. Matias don't fight good on his feet. I mean, he moves. If he ain't getting you trapped and he ain't sitting down, it's work for him. He gotta work for it. He can't throw power from there. Don't fight good on his toes, bro. You gotta be flat-footed, and that's a problem.
No doubt.
Hopefully they figure that out before, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think Matias gets punched too much, bro. And I just think eventually somebody gonna.
That's another thing, right? He lets people.
He sleeps on somebody's ability to put him down.
Right.
Crystal been going off on ESPN mentioning the undefeated 2 division undisputeds and not including her. LOL. I feel where she coming from, but I just think she also has to understand when they talking about. I understand where she's coming from. I really do. Give her respect. I mean, she's the first one to actually do it as far as boxer. Woman or man. But when they talk about men boxing, they talk about men boxing. You know what I'm saying? That's all I can say. When they talk about, men boxing, they talk about men boxing. They ain't talking about female boxing. Unfortunately, they're not talking about it. And I understand how she feels about it, but at the same time, they weren't talking about you, sis. They weren't talking about women boxing. Just like WNBA, just like an NBA accolade, let's say a NBA team or a female basketball player over there does something amazing for the first time, let's say. It's the WNBA. It's not the NBA. So when the dude does it, they're gonna acknowledge it differently because the competition is just a higher level of competition. Right. It's a higher level of boxing going on there. And it's impressive what you did over there, especially in that little bit of fights that you did. And I think she did it like under 11 or under 12 fights. She did it. So, give her respect, but it's more Bud's accomplishment is way more distinguished than your accomplishment. I mean, what Usyk did, Saturday night is way more distinguished than what you did. And obviously in a way the same way. So sorry. But I hear you, sis. At the end of the day, I really do. We celebrate you. I celebrate you. I think that you're a great fighter. I give the GOAT her respect, but this conversation when they're talking about Usyk, Bud, and Inoue, it don't really involve you like that. Sorry.
Word. And Freaky Fire tripping again. You said no heavyweight should be on the list. Bro, he's not just a heavyweight. That's the problem. He moved up. It also states, and what Muhammad Ali said, I think if Sugar Ray Robinson was a heavyweight, he would beat all of us. Because of his style, his skills, and all that, he would beat all of us. So Usyk has beaten all of them, moving up. Bro, come on, bro. That's exactly what he did. He moved up and beat them all. He's undefeated. He ain't lose.
Unfortunately, just the competition ain't there. There ain't no fellow high-level fighters that you're boxing against that can be like, damn, I was impressed if she did that. Like, who would I even match you up against? Like, to get that type of understanding about it. Like, I'm sorry, Clarissa. Like, I'm sorry. I know you got the belts. You have the accolades in the record books. This is who you are, but we know who you fought. You know what I mean? Right. And a lot of us don't, more importantly. A lot of us don't know who you fought. I mean, so, and she don't KO people. JP said she don't KO nobody.
Yeah, I was going to say, how many knockouts she got? That's another thing. I was literally about to say that.
3.
That's why I said what's the name has a big chance of beating her. They move up and fought, or they met at a catch weight. Alicia Barker got a good chance of beating her, bro. But she don't knock people out.
Yeah. So, frequent. He said, "Yeah, Clay, talk that chauvinistic ish." Listen, man, it's just the truth. I don't mean to bust a bubble. You know what I mean? I don't mean to bust a bubble, man. Once again, respect for the queen, respect for sis. You know what I'm saying? Much respect for Clarissa Shields, but she knows as well as I do. They weren't talking about you. They just weren't. You know what I'm saying? They weren't talking about you. You know that they ain't talking about you. You know what I mean? But give her respect, though. Okay. I'll give her respect. You did that 2-time undisputed thing first. You know what I mean? Shout out to you. In the 4-belt era, shout out to you. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I don't know, man. I ain't gonna lie. I think we about to wrap it up. You know what I'm saying? Is there anything else you want to build up on? I know you got stuff to do in the morning.
Yeah, I had to get to the square. You know what I mean? Make that little angel dust of money. Because y'all was about to say, what? Yeah.
That sounded crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Man.
I gotta make my money, bro.
No doubt.
I gotta hallucinate to make the money, bro.
No doubt.
You know what I mean? Gotta make it happen. But anyway.
Yeah, man. Salute to everybody who came in the building. Salute to Charles Edward Cheese. Salute to J Pitt City.
He said, what? Yeah.
Salute to Mr. Big Play Bray, Ross Clot, you know what I'm saying? JR Spock, you know what I'm saying? Echo came in a little bit earlier. You know, if I haven't said your name, my bad, but shout out to all you guys.
Just smash the like button.
Yeah, smash the like button if you haven't done it yet. Subscribe if you haven't, but I think everybody in here subscribed. You know, it was an easy show tonight. Talked about what happened. I'm also trying to make these shows a lot more to the point. You know what I'm saying? Like how we just did it tonight. Not hanging out for 3.5, 4 hours. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you know, appreciate you guys showing up, man. And we're almost there, guys. We're at 926. We're almost to the 1,000 subscribers. When we get there, we're going to be definitely shooting a whole crazy bag out, courtesy of Charles Edward Cheese, to somebody in the building. Y'all stay tuned for that. And we'll actually I actually break down how we're going to actually organize that. Me and Ray kind of like figuring out exactly how to deliver that in the most fair
all
way.
the money.
You know what I'm saying? We're trying to figure out how to do that. So we'll figure that out and then communicate that to you guys once we get closer to the 1,000 subscribers. And we'll make that happen. All right. I appreciate you guys. Salute you guys. Ray, you wanna send them home with anything?
Yeah, man. Let's just let's keep it 100 with the boxing game, man. Look, I've been seeing a lot of stuff and people push narratives and saying certain things and changing, saying directions. We got a lot of boxing going on from the top of the year till now. It's been a lot of boxing, and we got a lot more coming. And all we keep doing is building on the same, not us, but a lot of people out there just building on the same things. And I know I'm getting tired of it. I don't even want to hear certain things after a week or two. Like, you know what I mean? And Clay and I had a conversation earlier. Yo, Tank and Frank, I've been hearing about that. Devin and Ryan, been hearing about that. I've been hearing about Devin Haney for 2 years, like straight. I'm so tired of talking about Devin Haney, bro. So tired of talking about Tank and Devin. I'm so tired of talking about Shakur and this person. Bro, let's talk about what's going on in boxing. Let's keep it boxing. These things are all coming to pass. Let it happen. When it happens, let's be the fans of boxing and let's do what we always do. Root for who we root for at that time. Other than that, peace.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, tomorrow night we're probably gonna be breaking down that Ryan Garcia result a little bit. Probably finally listen. I ain't gonna hold you guys. I've been chilling on Ryan, not getting at him, waiting on this to come up. You feel me? Waiting on this whole situation to pan out so everybody can say we're not jumping the gun. Once we get the information, we're gonna see what the New York sanctioning, with the New York sanctioning athletic commission is gonna do. The New York Athletic Commission is going to do. And, we'll talk about those things as well and whatever else develops in the space, man. But we'll see what's going on, bro. JR, hope that answered the question. Tomorrow is Judgment Day, Tomorrow is Judgment Day. On that note, guys, and at this point, we out. Hey, did y'all talk about Tank's comments toward that Saudi dude? I don't know about that one, man. What did he say about the Saudi dude? I mean, we'll look into it and talk about it tomorrow. About that. You know what I'm saying? Tank always talking crazy. We out.
All right, peace.
Peace.
Second of losses, I'm handing them out, yeah, I had to go delegate. It feel like I'm floating, I'm lost in the moment, I swear I could levitate. They never believed that I would really fly, I had to go demonstrate. I had to set them straight. They hate when you elevate, elevate, elevate. They hate when you elevate, elevate, elevate. Yeah, they hate when you elevate, elevate, elevate. They hate when you elevate, yeah. I had to elevate. Ooh, yeah, why they wanna put me down? So much drip, yeah, I almost drowned in it. I can't come it down, yeah, I'm way too fired up. I can't slow it down. Ooh, yeah, yeah. I see the flashing lights, make sure the fashion right, yeah. I'm in my bag tonight, yeah. Ooh, I might just pull up before it. Watch out, the engine is roaring.